Hey, welcome back to SaveState Podcast, Episode 3. I am Matt, the Digital Jedi, and this week I am joined by a huge cast of fans. First off, we have Mr. Alex Fatu La Tech. He's not going to talk much. He's feeling a little under the weather. You know, I know you guys are always giving me jazz about being the old guy, but we were at CS last week, and the old guy got his butt handed to him, and now he's just not able to recover right now. So just give him a break this week. We got Mr. Monto Tech himself, or formerly Mr. Monto.
It didn't roll off the tongue.
No, it didn't, bro. It didn't.
And
then we have Jeeves the Silicon Fox with us, and then we got some guy who has a cat and likes to camp. I don't know. So I'm just kidding. If you guys don't know who this young man is, this is Mr. Sujano. He's a legend as far as we're all concerned. How you doing, brother?
Good. Really happy to be here. I appreciate being on the podcast and meeting all of you guys.
Oh my gosh. So first off, I'm a little starstruck because I had this whole thing planned where I was going to announce you as the the Epic One Fluffs human, and I completely forgot. Right. So and I had my cat, and I'm like, you're going to come sit on a podcast with me. And he kind of gave me the cat finger and was like, I'm going to hurt you if you bring me on camera. So I decided not to mess with him. How is everybody doing this week?
Not too bad.
Yeah. Okay. So we know Too Loud's getting his butt kicked. We all were at CES last week.
Yes,
Mr. Sujano was doing this thing, and he was camping like always, right? So I did see a video where he was in an awesome looking cabin.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. Vegas is a bit of a hike for me, but looking at Alex there, I mean, my week's not going too bad. I can't complain at all.
So we were going, right? So before we left, he's giving me a hard time about the shoes because I'm an old man and I wear hey dudes, and he's like, you got to get these, and you got to get that. And man, we were in Vegas for like 3 days, and he was like, man, my feet hurt.
Yeah,
my feet hurt. Right, and we were
busted out the Crocs on one of the days.
Yeah,
he's like, I don't care, I'm wearing Crocs. And then Jeeves is like, so Jeeves is a trooper, man. I mean, he's just going and going and going. He released a video yesterday. Razor gave him a chair, and I watched the video for 20 minutes because I'm an idiot. Watched him walk across Las Vegas carrying that chair to get it back to his house, man. I'm like, you're insane.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was a 20-minute video of him just pushing the chair through Las Vegas.
It was pretty dope. It was a cool little short film. Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. I watched it too. Yeah,
I watched the whole thing. Yeah,
I saw the thumbnail. I was like, I gotta check this out, man. I gotta watch this later.
Too funny later.
That was a lot of fun to make. It's not as much walking as you think at first.
No. It wasn't as fun looking at your tail the whole time for 20 minutes, buddy. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't fun either.
No.
Oh my gosh. So like a lot of times we talk about different news and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little awkward because most of the news I get from Mr. Sujano anyway, right? So I'm like,
Oh, you spilled the beans, dude.
You're supposed to throw that out there like that.
So every week, right, you were like,
no, he got it flipped. Mr. Sujano obviously waits
yeah.
podcast and then sprinkles it through the week.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. We're just all thrilled by it. Let me ask you, Mr. Sujano, Alan. Sorry, Alan. What inspired you to start covering the tech news? Because like you're a beast, man. Like every day. Plus you got a regular job and you travel all the time. What inspired you to do that?
It's a really interesting question, and one that I don't know. I gotta think on this one. So when my channel first started out, I was reviewing fight sticks and controllers, and I was talking about, I think I got into fighting game community news a little bit. I did start talking about some Nintendo news, and it's just where my interests are. I mean, I would always be looking at news, learning, and hopefully being able to better myself, I'll say, just by knowing what's going on in the industry. And then I was like, why don't I just share what I'm doing out and go from there? And I think that's probably how it started. It never really picked up. I mean, I've been doing this for, I couldn't tell you how long now. But yeah, when I first started, it wasn't really taken off, and I didn't think anything of it. And then all of a sudden, it just more and more viewers came, and I couldn't tell you the secret behind it. It just one thing after another, and here I am.
Do you know when you started specifically doing the news, the daily news?
The daily? Oh, it's been years. I've been doing it for I think during COVID, I started with the daily. So, but I don't know how many. I'd have to go back on my YouTube channel and take a look when I started making it daily. It used to be once a week, and then I did it a couple times a week, and then it was I try to space it out every couple of days, and then yeah, it just turned into just an everyday thing. So I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years, but if I look at my channel right now, I've got how many videos do I have now? I've got thousands. So
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Holy smoke.
I don't know. I got 2.3 thousand videos. So
Wow.
2.3 thousand.
Yeah.
so I've been doing it for a while.
Measly.
I don't know.
2,300.
I don't consume your content, so I don't know, buddy. I don't consume your content, so I don't know.
Man, that hat is awesome. I wish I bought more when that store was still.
Listen, I trip out every time I watch, and your green screen hits the green button, and it's missing, so it shines through. But this hat fits you much better than it does me. I mean, his backyard, and this hat fits you much better than me because you see how it's got the big cone head thing on it for me. So it's just not working for me. But yeah, that's really cool. So how do you do it, man? You're an animal because you have a day job, and you do that, and you travel. How do you? My gosh, do you sleep?
I'm a workaholic, so I don't get enough sleep. I'll be flat out honest. I should really be sleeping more, but so at night I get all my news ready for the next day, my speaking notes and all of that, and then the morning of, I'll get up first thing in the morning. I mean, when we're out camping, I have to get up early, or else you got people blasting music, you got kids running around and stuff, so I have to be up and out before everybody is awake. And plus, too, if I want to see any animals, I really have to be up early because campers scare them all away. Usually kids do. But yeah, so late at night, I'm getting my news ready. Then in the morning, I'm getting my news ready. And even throughout the day, I mean, there's so many people. I'll give a shout out right now to the people who normally send in news tips, SRC 267, The Collector, Edroxky 777. Like there's a whole bunch of people who really send me news tips on a daily basis. I get them over Discord, I get them tagged in videos, I get them over email, and that makes things easier. But it's a lot of work. It's basically 2 full-time jobs, like my normal job, and then YouTube on top of that, and then add in my wife's channel on top of that, Sujano's Travel. So go take a look at that if you haven't checked that out yet. But,
Indeed.
Yes. It's a lot of fun. So my wife and kids and I, we love to travel. So we do watch your Mr. Sujano's Travel together with you guys. Who came first, yours or hers?
Mine first, and then she got into it. When did she get into it? I don't even remember. She just started. She used to do really Instagram instead of YouTube. And she started out on YouTube, I think during COVID as well, which was the worst time for a travel channel. But that being said, she made it work. And yeah,
I can imagine.
She just got geared up, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
That's great.
Can I address this? I'm a little. Damn, we got Silicon Fox, Monto Tech, and Mr. Sujano. Nobody gives a crap about Digital Jedi. I mean, damn. Nobody cares about Tula Tech.
Digital who?
Yeah, some camping guy with a cat. Oh my god, the internet breaks, right? Nah, man, that's awesome.
I'm not loud tonight, so
yeah, my god,
quiet.
everybody's excited, man. We're excited too. We've been looking forward to this for a long time, man. That is awesome. Oh, I got one. So, can you please tell me the name of Nintendo's mascot?
Nintendo has a mascot?
Yeah, well, their star video game character.
Oh, you want me to say Mario or Mario? Is that
yes?
Which
one is it? Which one is it?
Man,
which one is
you caught him in the.
I mean, he said one first.
Yeah,
so
he did.
Which one is it?
So, well, it's supposed to be Mario, but we call him Mario. Like in.
Did we just become best friends?
What are you clapping? What are you clapping for? He admitted it's the way it's supposed to be called.
It doesn't matter what.
That means you're wrong.
You heard. It doesn't matter what you heard. You're sick. Turn your mic off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Mario is like that's how we always called him. And then like my wife, she's Italian. Her family's Italian. She had an uncle Mario, and he Italian Mario. So So I don't know.
I think that's it. I think the stream's over. That's it. We've been fighting about this for years. That's it. It's over. So yeah, see, these guys have been fighting with me. No, it's Mario. No, it's Mario, bro. I'm from the hood in New York. I know Italian people. It's Mario. So that's victory one for me. So
take advantage. Take advantage while you can.
I'm taking advantage of it. So let's cover a couple quick things. So like weekly, every week, it seems like lately we've been talking about the Mangmi Air Max because we're all super excited about it, right? You know, this device is going to have a Snapdragon 865, looking like it's going to have the same screen that the Portal had. They announced that they're doing modular buttons on it. Super cool. And then this week they announced that they're doing the 8,000 milliamp hour battery. So I'm like super stoked about this thing. I can't wait. I really want to know what the price point of this thing is going to be, and what we're expecting to see on it. I mean, I just can't wait. I want to know, you know, what do you guys think about this? Are you guys excited about this? Or, I mean, talk to me, fellas.
I think Mangmi has a lot going for them this year. I mean, they're gaining in popularity. If they keep at it, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they deliver. I mean, the ideas behind their stuff, their products, it just seems it's one hit after another. I don't think I've heard a bad thing about Mangmi yet.
No,
you guys have, but I don't think I have.
I love it. I love the one. And I'm going to put Gamma on it next too. Jeeves, what do you think? You're a big Android guy. Are you looking forward to this one?
Man, I was until I got the G2, and the reason I say that is because before that device came out, the 865 was, in my opinion, just the pinnacle of having like a lower cost option for a handheld of that nature. But with the G2 now on the market, I think it's kind of supplanted the 865. And I have a fear that the Mangmi Air X is going to come in at a not competitive price, and it's going to be almost the same price or maybe more expensive than the G2, which then calls into question why you would pay more for less performance, core for core and clock for clock. So I was excited, but my expectations have been tempered a little bit. So I'm very nervous. Like, it's got to come in like 30% cheaper than what Retroid has the G2. If it doesn't, I think it might be dead on arrival, if I'm being honest.
So the rumors were 150 to 200 bucks is the price point they're aiming for. And I know Monto doesn't think it's coming in at that price. I'm hopeful that it is.
So Mangmi, I love Mangmi. I'll be the first to admit it. They knocked it out of the park with the Air X. They came out of the gate swinging, and they nailed the price point for the Air X too. They got under that $100 point, which was the goal. It was to be the best sub $100 handheld. But now with the Air Max, whatever it's called, right? The Max.
Pocket Max.
The Pocket Max, I don't know why they keep Pocket in there. I'm not gonna lie, that thing ain't Pocket. You ain't putting what Janko jeans do you need for that one?
Oh my god!
So with that, it is basically a budget Portal. However, then they threw a little curveball in there with the modular buttons, and that's where it's going to start creeping. It's going to start getting expensive because that's where it starts to get significantly more proprietary than the other stuff that they're adding in. Snapdragon 865, they probably got those at a bargain. When it came to the screen, it's the same screen as the Portal. So they probably got that at a solid price too. And then you just have that one side of things, which is the modules, which is a pretty significant side of things. And especially I'm cautiously semi-optimistic about their ability to make these modules, to produce enough modules and to continue selling modules after the release of it. So it's going to be an interesting, they're setting the bar high for themselves, and it's significantly higher. It's deceivingly higher than their first one. So I'm confident that they can hit it, but when it comes to the price point, I'm less confident. I think that $150 to $200, the $150, throw that out the window. You're not getting that thing for $150 in 2026. I'm bringing you the bad news, but $200, maybe an early bird with like 8 gigs of RAM, hopefully, but they might have to sacrifice a little on RAM. But I think realistically, it'll probably come in at $225, and it'll include some extra modules. Like it'll include a pair of different modules, because I feel like that's a decent trade-off. You get a solid chipset with the 865. I wish it was the G2, but I just don't think that they're going to get a good deal on the G2. And they already announced the 865, so they're locked in. They stamped it, and now they're just making the handhelds. I don't know how much else they're going to change outside of the modules, because those are changeable. So that's kind of my spiel.
Interesting. Contrary to, I'm gonna break Jeeves' heart a little bit. I don't even know if I care if it's a G2 or 865. I'm looking at the device for the form factor and the screen, right? So I know that higher end emulation and stuff on it may be a challenge, but for me, I'm just like, oh, that 7-inch screen, I'm gonna stream with it as long as the Wi-Fi is good on it. And 865 is good for streaming, right? So but again, you know, if we start getting up into G2 pricing, then I'm like, I don't know if that's the right call. Let's be honest.
It'll drive it.
You
up.
all, other than Alan, you all know I'm a chump. I'm gonna buy the damn thing anyway. But I'm still gonna I'm gonna feel like an idiot after I pay for it, right? So I don't know.
So that's interesting. You mentioned that. I've heard people say that, where it's like, oh, you know what?
That I'm a
The
chump.
chipset. No, well, I've heard that, but no, I meant the chipset part. About
We all heard that one.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've heard people mention like, oh, you know, like I'm gonna get this handheld. Yeah, it's got a weaker chipset, but I'll just stream with it. And that's kind of a weird use case to me. Not the streaming, but kind of just like determining the streaming off of the chipset, because that's not really like the determining factor when it comes to streaming. Like you could find so many better options used, honestly, with the handheld, nice panel, good size for streaming. Like if you're looking at that device for streaming, I think you might be selling yourself short. Like that really should primarily be for emulation.
I got a challenge for you there. Okay.
All right, what's your challenge?
Maybe my use of that was poor, but my immediate thought is a good value for streaming is like an absolute one or something like that, right? Because, you know, or a what's the one that Logitech made? The G Cloud, right?
G Cloud, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, those screens are even remotely comparable to the screen that was on the Portal.
Oh no, yeah.
To me, because I love that screen on that Portal. That was one of my absolute favorite devices. So I'm like, there's a difference there, but also the bigger 7-inch screen is kind of what draws me in for that. You know what I mean? But I have a G2. You know, I have a G2, and I say I have a G2, but it's my wife's G2 because she plays with it, right? Because she's the boss, and most everybody knows that she runs the house, and she just, you know, tolerates my nerdiness because I'm so good looking. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's chalk one up. That's a truth right there.
Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, while we're talking about that, and somebody had mentioned something that made me think of that and think of the Portal and stuff like that. Do you guys see? So I'm not going to tell you where I got this from, but did you guys see the about the OTA update that AYN did? I'm not going to tell you where I got that news information from. Not going to tell you. I researched it on my own.
We always hide our sources here. We're SaveState podcast.
SaveState podcast where we do hide our sources because our sources is the guest this week, right? So, let me pull this up because it's so cool that they did this. And then I don't know if you guys saw, you know, in addition, so they fixed the fan. So to address overheating issues, which I didn't know that there was overheating issues. Did you guys hear anything about overheating issues with the Thor?
I hadn't.
I haven't. Well, so the unit does inherently get hot.
You see what Too Loud did? You see what Too Loud did at the bottom?
Oh man, I wonder where that banner said.
I wonder what that banner came from. Oh my god!
But so it's a clamshell, so similar to the Retroid Pocket Flip 2. It gets hot in the same area as the CPU. But I guess, you know, one way to fix that is just crank the fan up. So in some ways they solve the problem, but in other ways the fan is loud and thin. So I don't know how you can software update that side of things. But it's a great update. Tell us about
they gave you the option. They gave you the option to customize the fan curve, which is pretty nice, right? So you can kind of set that. A lot of times, I just set mine to smart and just let it decide for me. I feel like with Androids, I don't really have much of a challenge with the fan. You know, with x86s you do, but I feel like with Androids, I don't have much. I don't find, for the most part, a lot of them. Like I have that Ayaneo Pocket Air Mini. And you put that thing in game mode, and that fan is loud for a little device like that. That thing is loud. So
you don't. Oh, you're right. You don't have an Odin 3. The Odin 3 is a jet engine. That thing.
I kicked him out. He was talking about me making him go to 3. I kicked him out. I kicked him out.
Oh no! What happened? Anyway,
nothing, buddy.
Thor.
Nothing, buddy. So yeah, you're right. I don't have an Odin 3. We're gonna get to that because that's a good talking point. You jerk. So let me see here. They have that, the fan control. They updated the Wi-Fi to resolve issues with certain Wi-Fi networks could not be connected, which again, I hadn't seen that.
It's probably, it might be like one of those hotel connection things. I don't know for sure, but I know that those are always a little weird with some stuff.
And they added EQ optimization. They added OLED screen protection features. Something I thought was super cool. They added so that third-party launchers and similar icons will start showing up on the bottom screen because they were having challenges with some apps that weren't showing up. And I noticed that too, where the bottom screen, some apps wouldn't show up unless you had to go search for them. So they corrected that issue. So, but they even are also even put some information for the forecast for the next update, which I actually didn't get from Mr. Sujano. But before we get to that, they
breaking news.
Yeah. So, they did do an update on it, and unfortunately, the price is going up on them. So that's the challenging part with the Thor. I don't know if they have a date on it. Oh yeah, January 20th. So pre-orders for the Thor for batch 3, the Thor opening January 20th, but the base is going up $10 and the Pro Max are going up $20 a piece. So I mean, that's just, we're starting to see the ripple effect of the cost of RAM and stuff everywhere, and it's
they're just not they're not keeping the early bird pricing anymore. They stuck with the early bird pricing until now, and we're on batch 2, batch 3, batch 2 shipment
starts next week.
We're far from early bird, so it's, you know, I think that it was great for them to keep that price as long as they did, but unfortunately, reality is kicking in. And
so, how are you feeling about this update? I know you talked about it, Alan, but how are you feeling about it? Like, I mean, do you have a Thor?
No, I don't have a Thor. I've used a Thor. I've taken a look at one in a lot of depth, but no, I don't have a Thor. It's if one isn't sent to me, it's sometimes I'll go out and buy them, but again, I have to be very careful because there's so many handhelds being produced. It's almost like one every week, so I go broke pretty quick trying to pick them all up. I have to pick my battles. But the Thor is one that it's on my radar because I mean, they've got such a hot handheld on their hands. It just absolutely, it just seems like, aside from the fan noise, which does drive me nuts too. I mean, that's my one gripe with any handheld. If it's got a loud fan, I'm not going to use it. It's been so successful, so widely loved, and they need to keep on it with these firmware updates with everything, because I really think they've got a home run on their hands that's sustainable for a wider period of time, not just a 1 or 2 month, hot ticket item. I really foresee this being a hot ticket item for months, maybe even a couple of years, if they can keep it updated and grow the user base on it. I'm stuttering a lot because I'm thinking quite a bit, but I think overall it's just, this was a long time coming, and I'm glad to see the update. I'm glad to see such a big update, but I wouldn't mind them updating it in smaller increments. So not just waiting so long between updates, but if they've got a fix, just test it out, throw it out and update it. And I think that would go a long way with the community too, just keeping them engaged and less prone to complaining about something they don't like. So,
right. And that's a good point, right? Because, coming from retail and stuff, people don't acknowledge positive stuff as often as they do negative stuff, right? You hear that saying, if you have a good experience, you tell 3 people, but if you have a bad experience, you tell 25 people, right? And I think you got a point there. So they already have a note from yesterday of the next forecasted update of what they're going to do for it, and they're just going to add an ultra black mode, and they're going to do custom EQ curves and a couple other small things. I think you hit the nail right on the head with that one. I think that's to keep them relevant. You know?
Yeah. So I have a quick thought on that. I think that, I mean, they may not be like playing 4D chess like I'm imagining, but I think that they package these updates up in like a big kind of just big old update so that they hit harder in terms of like news. Because if they trickle fed them, maybe it wouldn't be as newsworthy. It would be better quality of life, but it wouldn't drive sales as much as like, look at all this stuff now. All this stuff is fixed. So buy more Thors. I don't know. I may be off base, but I don't know if that's like a tactic of theirs. If maybe that's why they're not doing it. Yeah, but it's another way to look at it.
But to Alan's point, you know, why it's probably better that if you don't have anything negative said because you're fixing things on the fly.
Yeah.
Right? As opposed to Ayaneo, that which we're going to get into soon, that is nobody has too much positive to say about. Alan, you look like you got something to say, brother.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about this one too, and the one thing that the big problem, and it's a good problem to have, but also frustrating, is just how many handhelds are produced, and the Thor may become yesterday's news in a matter of months, regardless. So, like, this is where I think the trickle updates, just quick, small updates, may help keep it relevant. A big update, yes, but at the same time, if it's months between updates and maybe get forgotten about, and then people are already on to the next thing and not caring about it anymore. I mean, think about all of the handhelds that have released. Think about all the handhelds that you have that would probably still be absolutely fine, but they just get pushed to the wayside for the hot new ticket items. So that's all.
He's talking to you, Monto. I don't got a line of hand.
I don't know what. I don't know what new handhelds he's talking about. No, but no, that
I don't know.
You just kicked him out.
That poor connection, you know.
What happened to Sujano? Says remove you there, buddy.
That's crazy. I finally
you got terrible internet or something, man. It feels like every time you show your Odin 3, your internet cuts out, buddy.
I know, it's so weird. It's just, it always happens. But what I was gonna say,
let's talk about that. Why you got it out there?
Why I have it?
No, while you have your Odin 3 and you're flaunting it in my face like a
jerk. No, I was just gonna say that in general, there's Alan has hit the nail on the head. There's so many handhelds that constantly come out, and right now we're in that season as well. Like there's always that summer lull where there's not too many handhelds, but now we just passed the holiday rush where all of these handhelds are coming out, and keeping the Thor relevant should be their number one priority. But awesome. I think building on that, there's something about the Thor that subjectively, not objectively, it subjectively feels like it's gonna be a long-standing handheld. It feels like it'll stand the test of time longer than 95% of these other handhelds, because it's very unique and it's unique. It hits the triforce of price, quality, and versatility, or like power, I guess. And then on top of that, it's created by AYN, who has a great track record of supporting their previous handhelds and keeping them relevant for a long time. So the Odin 2 Portal is a favorite among a lot of people. The Odin 2 series in general was really just an iconic like series, because all of them pretty much hit what they were going for. Yes, so I feel like the Thor is passing the torch from the Odin 2 to the Thor. I'm curious if the Odin 3 is going to live up to that Odin 2 success. Something tells me maybe not, but I don't know.
I don't think it will.
Is anything going to live up to that success?
The Thor is kind of the real.
It's insane the success. Sorry, I got a new microphone, and I'm just making sure it's working. I'm not going to tell you what microphone I got because the person's video watching
smacking that microphone around.
Yeah, I know he is.
Testing it. You're really testing it.
Yeah. So it's I'm dying for my Odin 3. You guys know me. I'm an Odin shill. I love them. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm not getting my Odin 3. My Odin 3 shipped on December 10th, and still looks like it's in custom still. So it's been so yeah. I called USPS today. They were like, yeah, that's no problem. We never got it from customs. So I talked to AYN. They said that they're going to they offered me a refund. And they said, well, we can ship you another one, but if you get the other one, we ship it and you don't get that one either, then you see what Too Loud said?
Yeah, it's always his house.
It's on its way.
Put in a quick redirect.
Yeah. So AYN said, yeah, if you don't get the other one, you have to file a claim for it. But when I looked at the shipping, it's only covered for $100. So they said, oh, you can get a refund. So I'm just gonna get a refund because I mean, my device shipped over a month ago and it's still sitting in custom. So I'm thinking I'm not going to get it, and I'm bummed about it. But I don't think. Yeah. Okay. All right. You're here to see this jerk here. Hands Turn said that Odin 3 will be in customs longer than it'll be my hands before I sell it. I don't know what you're talking about. And you lucky I can't kick you out. Okay, jerk. So, but some people that pre-ordered the Odin, the Odin and the Thor got this awesome Tom Talk looking bag from AYN, and this showed up for me the other day in the mail. You can't really see it, but it's it looks like a Tom Talk bag, but it says AYN all over it, and it's amazing. Nice. But I don't have an Odin 3 stick in it, so and no, I'm not sending it to you, Monto. So
I didn't get one. I pre-ordered the day it launched.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get. It's called karma.
I gave so much money.
The Odin 3 owners are eating good too because of the Snapdragon. The custom turnip drivers just coming out now, and they're still in super early access, but at the same time, beta, I guess, is alpha. But at the same time, yeah, they're out. So it's just a matter of time before that thing is just completely taking off in popularity.
I know. I saw about the Arceus and the Legends, and the dude was getting 60 frames, and I was like, how freaking cool is that? I'm so excited. Now I don't have it even more. So
yeah, Alan, tell us some of the benefits coming from like 2-3 weeks ago till now with these and where it's going to go from there with these new drivers.
Oh, it's not. I feel so stupid. So when I initially saw that the drivers were being worked on, I was excited about it, but I told everyone, just be patient. It's going to take time. It could take a couple of weeks. It could take months. Like, who knows? And then they were released in very early alpha. And then even now, from then till now, there's like 6 or 7 different variants just floating around online from different people taking cracks at them. But the drivers themselves between then and now, it's insane how quickly things get better, and the lengths that the community goes just to optimize everything as much as they can. I mean, sharing settings, having videos showcasing how to best set up emulators to get something to run. It's mind blowing. But I do feel stupid because I said be patient. This is going to take a while, and then I see Pokemon up and running at 60 frames per second.
Yeah,
so.
That's the community, and that's the beauty of it, though, right? Yes, it's so much fun. Because I remember last week Monto saw the update. Oh, you downloaded one of the custom drivers, and it was terrible, right? Last week?
I didn't test it out personally. I was I was kind of in CES mode, and then in between CES stuff, I was just playing on my Thor. I was kind of just like taking a step back from testing stuff. But yeah, it's pretty impressive seeing what these new drivers can do. I'm planning on trying to testing some stuff out soon. But yeah, I feel like the Odin 3 very much came out as it was an engine. It was like a sick, badass engine without a car. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, they got these horses, but they don't have the cart or whatever. They need a driver to use the horses. It's so good. It's very powerful, but we needed these drivers. And now we're starting to get them. They're very early. They're very primitive, but you can see the potential. And that was something that you could even feel before the drivers. You could feel the potential with some games just running perfectly in terms of frame rate, but graphically it would just be really all over the place, or the game would crash after running perfectly. And then so there were clear driver issues, But now we're starting to see these drivers, and now the Odin 3 can actually flourish. And so I'm agreed with Alan here. They came way sooner than they had any right to. Like a matter of 2-3 weeks, we went from practically no drivers at all for this, just regular system drivers, to already starting to see these turnip drivers that are squeezing significant performance. Pokemon Arceus 60 FPS.
Quite fantastic.
Very impressive stuff.
No, very.
Jeeves, what are you thinking? You're the Android genius around here. So how are you feeling? Like, where are you looking at where they're at now versus where they were a few weeks ago? And what's your expectations to see? I mean, we're only a few weeks in, right? Because my source had told me it was going to be a few months out, and then it showed up in a few weeks. So I'm just saying.
I want to check that. You might want to check that source. So when it comes to drivers, like on the turnip side, I'm pretty excited. Like, there's going to be a ton of more improvements down the pipeline. They're doing some really cool stuff. I've lately been focusing more on the PC emulation and like native side over there. And for PC emulation, things are looking pretty decent. We're seeing some improvements to effects. But native is not going so well. And this is something that I've been kind of talking about behind the scenes. But I'm noticing more of these devices releasing, and they actually do not have the proper platform DRM to make some native titles and apps work. And I haven't seen anybody talk about this, maybe because folks don't really like test native software when it comes to Android handhelds. But Odin 3, Ayaneo's latest one, the 1X Sugar, anything using like the G3 Gen 3 right now, or like the 8 Elite 5, whatever, that does not have Widevine support. And for those who don't know, Widevine is pretty much like a platform DRM that allows you to use certain apps. Like, for example, if you don't have Widevine, you can't watch Netflix on your Android device. If you don't have Widevine, you can't play Fortnite on your device. Then there's a few games and ports that are coming out that also require Widevine to work. And like, I get it. People who buy the Thor most likely don't care about running Netflix. They're probably not going to play Fortnite. My concern is that if this becomes a wider issue, if Google forces this platform DRM, this is going to cripple a lot of devices. And it may come to the point where you can't get an app from the Play Store on the device that doesn't support Widevine. It's something that I've been meaning to make a video about. I just have been running out of time. Though that's probably the one thing I'm concerned about. Like, I thought it was just 1X Player who messed up, but seeing the Odin 3 come out and Ayaneo also not have this like platform DRM, like, we've got to start having a conversation about, well, is it okay just to pay this much money for devices that only do emulation? Or should a device that ships with Android have the full feature set of the OS behind it?
Interesting. That's a good point. And you actually kind of, because I'm a space cadet, you said something that looks too loud. Says he plays Netflix and Fortnite on the store
at the same time.
But the Thor
at the same time
uses
he's
the 8 Gen 2, which has Widevine support. So the problem is it comes down to the chipset. The newer chipsets, it has to be certified. Like the company, AYN, 1X Player, they have to go to Google or whatever and certify the OS for that chipset. And they're just not doing it because it costs thousands of dollars to do behind the scenes. And my fear is, like, if they don't do this, right, are we going to come to a time 5 years down the line where you can't download Dolphin from the Play Store because the device doesn't have Widevine, right? And you can say, well, just get it from GitHub or whatever, but can you imagine buying a device and not being able to download stuff from the Play Store on the device? Like,
we already saw that. That Play Store reckoning that's planning on coming soon with
and then we had what was the ZPG device that came that had nothing on it, the 1-to-1 ratio ZPD device.
Oh, was it the wing or the cube or whatever, the cube, something like that?
What's that thing called? The ZPG Unicorn, the A1 Unicorn.
Unicorn, right?
That thing came with nothing on it. right? So I mean, you had to load it up. I don't know if that's a big deal for me. Alan, do you have any Androids? You only do x86. Do you have any Android devices?
I do have some Android devices, and I game on a lot. I get all mixed up. I'm gaming on an Anbernic RG. Oh God, it's an RG something. It's an older one.
What's it look like?
It's purple. It's a little purple clear vertical handheld. It's the three. I got it back over there.
Oh, it's the 353V.
Yeah, that might be it. The 353V. Yeah, so just an older one, just for some. Yeah, there we go.
Right. Are you a vertical guy? Over horizontal?
Depends. I'm a Steam Deck guy. I usually do most of my gaming on a Steam Deck, but at the same time,
we're gonna get to that. But your second thought, if you said yes, you're a vertical guy, you can break my heart. You might have been the first guest I kicked off the show.
Oh no, it all depends. I'm getting a Pocket Air. I'm going to see how that is. That's the Android, is it not? I think so. The Pocket Air.
Yeah, the little Ayaneo.
I just saw he kicked me off. I'm like, where did I go? Yeah, the Pocket Air Mini. Actually, you know what? I think it's him.
The Pocket Air Mini, I think, is the one I'm getting. So I'll be testing that one out I'm really late to the party. I'm not really getting it for YouTube. I'm getting it for myself just to really test it out.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Really good 4x3 device. A lot of fun. But, it's a good segue because we could talk about Ayaneo and now that you're talking about the Pocket Air Mini. I was going to make a review of that and I was going to title it the best handheld that I don't think you should buy. You know what I mean? Because of all the stuff. But then, like, Ayaneo puts out this letter, says we're going to have this service. What did they call it? Service promise or something? Where they're going to make all these sweeping changes and they delay the new phone, the campaign for the new phone. And, it seems optimistic, but I'm at the point now where I don't trust them. So I'm having a hard time believing it. I see the smirk on your face. I saw it. Like, I'm not sure. Like, okay, great. You said that, but I'm still not going to give you my money until I see something. I have friends that purchase devices. Too Loud. He loves that Ayaneo 3, but he had to call them and threaten them like weekly to get them to ship it to him for months. You know what I mean? And just, you've talked about it. Everybody's talked about it. What's your thought with the new? Okay, how do you feel about the letter that they sent out? Do you believe it? What's your? I mean, I'd like to know what everybody's thoughts is, but since you're in front now, how you feeling about that? What did they call it? The service promise or the service agreement?
The service plan or whatever they got.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. So I think the words are great. Words are great, but we have to see it in action. We have to see how it pans out. There are still people who haven't received their devices. People
that haven't received Pocket DSs and Conquer Fits, and they ordered them in July or the S2s. People order those S2s in June, July, and they still haven't received them.
Yeah, it was really. I think Retro Handhelds did it because I think they're the ones who called them out that started all of this. They're called out a little bit on Reddit and stuff, but Retro Handhelds, Zoo really, really called them out, and it's worked. The voice of the customer has actually worked in this case. Presumably, they stick to their plan, but I think overall, I will believe it when I see it. For me personally, I wouldn't. I'm not backing them on Indiegogo until I see that they've taken care of everyone, that they're continuing to take care of everyone and prioritize those backers. I mean, it's great that they want to ship to third-party sellers. It's great they want to grow their product and grow their brand recognition. But at the same time, you got to take care of the people who are there to put you in that position in the first place. And I want to see that moving forward. I mean, right now for Ayaneo, my recommendation, well, at least for me, I'll say that, is to take a look at the third-party sellers that have products already available because you're going to get it. And shout outs to Acnes for one of them. They partnered with
amazing.
Yeah, I've had great experiences with them. I think Lit NXT. I don't know if they're going to get them, but that's another store to check out. These stores are all reputable, but at the same time, it's a shame, and I feel bad because being fully transparent, I'm getting my Pocket Air Mini through Acnes, and I feel bad because I know there's people who still don't have theirs who have backed it, and I feel kind of dirty because I know the quick and easy way to get it, and that's purchasing it through the third party seller who's got them on hand. So that being said,
yours getting monogrammed? Are you getting yours monogrammed?
No.
Oh, it was like $9 more, and they were offering to monogram your name on the back of it. Acnes was doing.
Oh, really? I should have done that.
Oh, yeah, so cool.
I saved $9. But anyway, just slap a sticker.
Put a sticker. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, and the monogram doesn't have Rosie on it, so it's just worse. Yeah. So the Pocket Air Mini is the only Ayaneo campaign that I stuck through. I've pre-ordered so many, and I end up canceling every single one because I just. Wow. Yeah, I mean, so that's the first one I wanted to stick through because I really wanted it, and I waited, and it came relatively quick compared to everything else. But yeah, that's interesting. You guys want to talk about Steam Deck? I don't know if you've ever heard of the Steam Deck, Alan. Actually, you know what? Before we get to that, I don't want to skip these guys. Monto and Jeeves, how are you feeling about what Ayaneo is doing now with their service promise, or
So a comment in chat really stands out to me. It's, would you guys give Ayaneo another chance? And I think no hard answer on that. I don't want to set like a direction just because. But it brings up a good question. It's like, do we give them another chance? Why are we in this position to begin with? I think that's the bigger question, and it's because there's such a cavernous gap between the products that they make and the logistics of getting them to customers. And somewhere along that line, they just don't give two F's about the actual customers, and they use that money from the Indiegogo campaigns to make the handhelds and then ship them to Best Buy, and then you just use that money to ship them to Acnes. So it's just like, it's clear where their priorities are at, and it's not their like B2C customers. It's B2B. Mm-hmm. That's what they want. They want the big money. They chase the big bag. So like, they will step on all the small fish, like all of us. They will step on us to get to that big bag. And to me, that just doesn't sit right. That they have this track record of doing that repeatedly. So from that standpoint, I would much rather do what Mr. Sujano was saying and skip that side of things by just buying from a reseller. Just pay a little more, knowing that you're actually going to get a product that's already made, and will go from that person who you give the money to you. It's a transaction. It's not a loan, Ayaneo. We're not just giving you money to hold on to and then go have fun with, and then maybe get us a handheld after like 6 months. So this whole situation just forces us to reevaluate how we interact with Ayaneo. And I think personally, I would much rather just buy from a reputable reseller. And until they change, until they actually have correct this track record and have a new track record, not just a one-off, not just like, oh, they shipped their latest product. Oh, they're so back, baby. Ayaneo is so back. No, we need to see a track record. We need to see a new track record that shows that they care about their customers. And until then, I think resellers are the way. And I would probably personally recommend staying away from the Indiegogo Kickstarters, because those are stacking on. You're stacking two things against your favor. You're stacking two things that are working against you, and that's Ayaneo and Kickstarters and Indiegogos that intrinsically take longer to get products. So
and the new way that Indiegogo's doing stuff is not great either.
No, it's
not. No.
So
that's my take.
No, that's an excellent take, Monto. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be the bad guy tonight. I got to go a step further. This is not just Ayaneo's fault. I think Ayaneo customers and backers have so little self-respect and discipline that they are partly the reason we're in this situation. I'm just gonna be honest. If you have continually backed an Ayaneo campaign and you've watched this happen time and time again for years, not months, years, this is your fault. You are to blame as well. And I've been saying this for a while. I mean, 8 months ago, they did a live stream where they showed us devices that they were going to maybe ship like 3 months from now. They were talking about the Ayaneo phone 6 months ago, and it was just a blank slide with no render, just we're making a phone. And that was just alarm bells for me. The fact that they did a 3-hour live stream talking about devices that didn't even have prototypes, were just concepts that they were for sure going to sell, just shows their scatterbrain focus. And again, like at some point, consumers never want to be held accountable. Like it's always the company's fault. And don't get me wrong, I'm not absolving Ayaneo, but this is definitely fault of the consumer. We have seen this. There have been people warning. The signs and writing has been on the wall time and time again. And I can't just sit here tonight and be like, yeah, this is Ayaneo's fault. Yeah, they need to do better, which is true. But if you are a customer of Ayaneo, if you are in that cult of personality, if you think you're friends with Arthur on a first name basis, this is partly your fault as well. I don't know to say, like, I can't be nice to you tonight. Like, we got to have more discipline. Like, we've got to be more pickier and more discerning consumers. We are entering an era, an age where NAND and RAM prices are rising, where consumer tech is so volatile right now. So for us to give our hard-earned money and pledge to a company that can't even get the basics of logistics correct, what are we doing? There are so many other handheld brands now, like that are doing better than Ayaneo. Let's just be honest. Like AYN is killing Ayaneo right now, and we have more up-and-coming players as well. So we don't live in like 2022 when you only had like 3 legit choices, right? The market has expanded, and I want to see not only the companies do better, but as us as consumers, we need to do better. And I'm going to be honest with you, Mr. Sujano, when you were saying like the power of the consumer, that power exists, but it wasn't the people that got Ayaneo to change. It was those larger creators who had the following that said something. Those guys got the ball rolling and continued the momentum. The people that have pledged,
bag.
The people that pledged and everything.
I think you missed something here. I think you missed something here. I praised Too Loud and I, he can't talk himself, but we praised Zoo on this because as consumers, and you've been there, we've talked about it before. First off, I love you to death, but I didn't hear most of what you're saying because I couldn't stop focusing on the vein that was pulsing in the middle of your forehead. That's what I was when you were going on and you were blaming the consumers. You were like, bah, 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 and all I saw was the vein going.
This guy, I said.
And it was like going to a beat, man. I was like, sorry, but I'm a space there. But
no, go ahead.
So I feel like the community's opinion impacted RH because we know all those guys. All of us know those guys. We talk to them all the time. I know Alan talks to them. They care about the community. They genuinely care about the community. And I think a lot of that came from the community because we had talked to Zoo, Too Loud and I after everything and said, man, thank you for expressing saying out loud what the community has been saying all along. Right. So I think I think you're missing that the community kind of impacted that, had an impact on it. And I'm not saying you're wrong.
True. No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I agree with that.
I actually am saying you're wrong, but I don't want to look bad.
No, it's fine.
But I just thought, you know what I mean?
It's pulsing. It's pulsing, man. It means a lot to me, right? And don't get me wrong, the community's like feelings definitely impacted things. The problem is feelings are not actions, right? People didn't stop pledging to campaigns, even though they were upset, right? Ayaneo did this, but here's another $500 for the next device. I hope I get it. So people don't vote with their wallets. That's the issue. You can say what you want on Discord. You can make your Reddit posts, but if you go again and you pledge time after time after time, what does that tell Ayaneo, right? What does that tell them? And people have poor wallet discipline. We just got to be honest. That's the crux of the issue.
It's a toxic relationship, man.
It's very toxic, Monto.
I'll tell you what the answer is right now.
Just keep coming back.
It's this dude. This guy. I swear.
Tell him, Alan. The answer is, what's the answer, Alan? Just get a Steam Deck, bro. Just get a Steam Deck, bro.
Tried, tested, and true. It's just phenomenal.
64 gig LCD model. I'm not going to point out who also has one of those.
They don't make them like they used to.
No.
Not gonna lie, I've been tempted to upgrade. I couldn't tell you how many times. Even over the holiday break, I was kicking tires on an OLED, thinking, "Man, I could really use an OLED." But no, I'm sticking with that 64 gig LCD till the next version releases. So,
did you
same question. Did you upgrade it?
Oh yeah, I've opened it up. I've swapped out the joysticks with TMR joysticks. I put the bigger storage in, and just there's no way I couldn't. I mean, you play 1, 2, 3 games on it, and then you get that taste to put more on it, and then and plus I use it as a PC, so I do need that extra storage. Like when I'm on the go, that's my editing machine.
Dude, you're hitting all the segues that I wanted to hit in one sentence, man.
Yeah, sorry.
No. So you're
the king of segues. You couldn't help it.
Yeah, right? You got an Ally X. You got an Xbox Ally, and then you're talking about testing it. How did that go? Because
I'm using it right now. You're seeing me like powered through the Ally X. So I use that as my my standard at home PC. It just sits docked most of the time. And it's phenomenal for Windows games that have DRM because my Steam Deck, I don't put Windows on. But if I'm trying to play a game that has an anti-cheat or DRM that I cannot play on Linux, then I'll use the Ally X. It's phenomenal for that. And even though it's expensive, I think it's a good deal.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you guys see that they lowered the price, at least at Best Buy, they lowered the price of the white Xbox Ally gown? So I might be a little impulsive, and I might have bought both of them when it first came out. You guys know that, and Alan doesn't know that. So
I tried to warn you.
What wasn't there just a big speech about your wallet and spending wisely and
He missed that part, I guess. He missed that part.
Oh yeah, I was just looking at
he's got selective hearing.
Yeah, I was just looking at so I bought those two, and the white one, the regular one, I ended up bringing it back. And I'm thinking about getting it now because my local Best Buy has them for like $450. But I'm kind of wondering if that's the budget king now that the Valve is saying we're not doing the LCD Steam Deck anymore. How do we kick too loud? Oh my God!
Oh, he kicked himself.
Kicked
too loud.
So I'm wondering if that's going to be the segue for the budget king. So with that price drop in it. I don't know if you guys are seeing it. How is it? Are they hard to get in Canada? I know there's some stuff with the Legion Go, but are the Allies hard to get in Canada?
I'm actually looking as you speak. I'm going to look at Best Buy Canada here and see if they are available.
Mm-hmm. And
if they are price drop too, because that would be that. I wouldn't expect them to be. Everything just seems to be going up, not down. But if they are,
so when I looked, because and Asus had said that they were going to raise prices, but they didn't say on what. And then that thing was $599, and I looked yesterday, and I think they were. I have to ask too loud. I think they were $499, and then open box they had them for like $430 or something nuts like that.
Yeah, sub $500. So personally, there's a reason that I love Android handhelds, and that's because they're usually under $500. They're cheap, and you can play lots of games on them. So x86 has that side of things has always felt prohibitively expensive because when you get above $500, you start getting into like rent payments. You start getting into like pretty significant amounts of money, and a lot of people don't want to take that plunge when they see like a PS5 or something, like a base or like a home console for that amount of money, and they're like, oh, this one can or whatever. It's anything above 500 starts to get a little so anything below that for an x86 handheld is very compelling, and that's where the Steam Deck was really thriving good. But now it's the OLEDs, and I think they start like a little above
550.
Yeah, so for me that's like just like Alan, I have my Steam Deck LCD, and the OLED is just a little above that price range. I guess you could sell a handheld and an old Steam Deck and buy the new one, but I think
That's fair.
I don't think it's worth
if
the
the
jump.
Xbox Ally is coming in at like, what was it? Is it open box for 450 or what's the?
It's their I think it's $4.99 and then open box. It
$4.99.
was, I think it was $4.50. Did you find it, Alan, on your?
I
Best Buy?
did. So open box in Canada is $719.99 for the white
Good.
one.
Good Lord. So what's
New
that?
is $7.99.
And those are USD.
No,
that's Canadian
it's,
bucks. So
Canadian.
like $5 US. I don't know. But and
He
the
said like
LIX,
$5 US.
the LIX is 1,300 Canadian. So it's
Dang.
yeah.
Okay, so let me see.
I'll do
here.
a quick conversion on that too. Yeah.
Okay, so the white one is $4.99 brand new here, US dollars.
That's a great price,
And then open box, I'm looking at.
especially in 2026.
I can get
We'll
one
take
for
what we can get out of it.
$437. I can get one for $437 in fair condition, excellent condition. It's $460. And I actually was telling Too Loud, I have like $30 in coupons on my Best Buy, so I could get it for like $420 for the excellent condition.
This ain't the Digital Jedi shopping channel.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
QVC or something.
So they're about
Jedi.
$574 US from Canada. So if you were to spend your money over here, it's $574.
Is that new or open box?
New open box is $520. Give me a
Why
second.
Why so much more? Why $75 more than what the
$517.
yeah, I wonder why they do that. I don't know. I mean,
Everything's more expensive over here for us anyway. Not for you guys, but yeah.
Fair
Getting
enough.
there. It's getting there for us.
So while we're talking about this, I had a really good question that I thought about this, especially with you traveling all the time. The Legion Go 2 is more expensive here. Well, they can't get it in Canada, so that's a moot point, right? Because you can't get the Legion Go 2 in Canada at all, right? Apparently, they're not there. You can't get your hands on one.
That's a good question. I'm going to take a look to see if they are available. Probably not.
Nelly found some. Okay, so Nelly did find some. So Nelly's I don't know if you know Nelly. She's from Handheld United. She's from Canada also. I almost said Canada. she's from Alberta. She's from Alberta. So yeah.
Yeah, they're available. Go 2 is sold out at Best Buy, but is there anything in stock? I'm just looking at Best Buy. Maybe they're available somewhere else. The Go S is $1,100.
Yeah,
Man, that was the handheld to get during Black Friday, dude. It was
I heard
$500.
Bro,
500
500 Z1E, 32 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte of storage, Steam OS. That was a killer deal.
That's such a good deal.
That was the handheld to get, man. Lenovo needs to bring that back, bro.
You guys got all that big money. I can't spend that kind of money on that, man.
Yeah, no,
What?
you can't.
You buy a handheld every
No,
week.
you can't.
What?
No.
What'd you say?
You buy a handheld every week. What do
I think his internet cut out.
It's hearing white noise. I love how he always kicks himself. He's
No, that's too loud in the background. Just kicking me. He's a jerk. Oh my god. We all been traveling a lot lately, right? And Alan's always traveling. So, what's your gaming on the go device? What's your travel device? So, and I say this right because I take the Thor everywhere with me. I had it with me in CES, and then one day Too Loud had to yell at me. He was like, "You're not going to take that in the convention. Put it in the car so you can carry some other stuff." Right, like a nagging wife. He's always nagging. So, but what's your traveling device? What's the device you gaming on the go? Like, so, I know Monto brought his Thor with him, and he brought his Odin 3. Jeeves lives in Vegas, so he didn't bring anything with him, right? So, but do you take the Steam Deck with you everywhere, Alan?
It depends on what I'm doing. Outside and out and about, no. That stays inside. And for example,
out and what?
I shouldn't say that because if we're in a hotel room, someone's going to go rob the hotel.
Out and
boot in a boot.
Boot?
Yeah. So if I'm doing stuff like when we're camping, I take the Steam Deck because that's what I edit on. If we're going somewhere though, it's normally, if I'm not using it to edit or anything, I might take just something small like the 353B, like just something tiny. I just play some SNES or NES or Game Boy on it, and that's
Curious, what editor are you using on the Steam Deck? I had to jump in here for this question. I have something that I've been loving carrying around lately, and it's Man,
Shotcut. It's
Shotcut.
free. It's open source. It's basic. Kden Live is probably far more robust, but I use Shotcut. I like it. I've been using it since I had my YouTube channel. So
nice. Okay.
How's user friendly? Is it?
It's simple. It's pretty good. I find it way more user friendly than something like Adobe. I tried using Adobe Premiere for a bit, and I got so frustrated with it. And then Adobe Premiere Rush I was trying when that was around. I think it's still around. Hated that as well. I was always having to re-render and have issues with it. And Shotcut, for me at least, has been bulletproof from the start. So it's my go-to I use it on Windows machines, Linux machines. Unfortunately, it's not on Android, but that's okay.
So I just jumped in here to just answer this question. I really wanted to share my input on what device is in the pocket. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been carrying the same device. For 1 week, I've been double carrying. So
whatever. I saw it when we were there, jerk.
You did?
Oh, yeah. Well, I saw it. Well, yeah, it was hanging out of your pocket the whole week here at CES.
So this is my go-to right now. I'm really loving this. Like, man, I'm a Miyoo Mini fan. I love the Miyoo Mini. It's been, as much as I tried to get away from it, I tried to like pivot toward the Pixel 1, the Pixel 2. I tried to pivot toward even RG Nano, like just small handhelds, because I like the form factor. I like that I can shove it in my pocket. It doesn't take up a ton of space. I like that I could hold it with one hand and play while holding my son or one of my sons. So that I find super convenient. And then having this where it literally just folds in half, it's so cute. It's such a cute little handheld. So
got it on a keychain too.
Yeah, well, this was a gift from Lit NXT because they took so dang gone long to send it to me. So, I mean, I think this thing is, it's clearly heavier than the Miyoo. It's pretty insane. So, but my secondary actually, strangely enough, it's not even a handheld. It's a controller because I just been feeling it, dude. And that's the one they named after Matt. And it's the Pocket Taco.
Wait. Okay. So check this out, right? So look at these two jerks. So we're in CES, right? And if you guys didn't see when we talked about it, GameSir had this incredible booth at CES. So much fun. Just very clean, nothing like crazy, no like strippers or nothing like that. But it was just a really good booth. And the guys are great there. I have poor impulse control. Before we get into it, Pun Live wants to know what distro you're using right now. Hypesticks. Shout out to Pun from Hypesticks. But you ever heard of Hypesticks, Alan?
Hypesticks? No. What is Hypesticks?
So it's an Etsy store where they make sticks for this guy. This is a one-man show, and he makes sticks for devices that fit pretty much any kind of Odin or Anbernic, and they're incredible sticks. And he sells them for dirt cheap. The shop is called Hypesticks. It's on Etsy. We always recommend it to people because the quality is great. The shipping's fast. We feel bad. He's a really ugly dude too, so we feel bad for him. So we always recommend it. All of this stuff is phenomenal, right?
No, they're super cool. They're aesthetically pleasing. You know, you can he makes them in multiple colors. I think most of the community tends to order them in transparent, so you get that full RGB glow through your sticks. And it just looks really cool. And they have a texture to them. Like the texture that he does while printing them is actually pretty comfortable. I was trying to find my device with it, but I left my Thor at home.
Outside of the sticks have a texture on them, so it's got a great, really well done. If you're into 3D printing, you know a lot of this stuff to make it look nice, it comes out smooth. But he managed to find a way to have textures. Really well done. But he wants to know what I will send some Sujano sticks out there to our dude. You hear that? There you go.
Yeah, hit him up, dude. Hit him up.
Yeah,
Sujano is amazing, dude.
Well, I see the value in those. I couldn't tell you how many times I've had a device where the rubber's worn off, and then I hate using thumb caps. Using thumb caps. And when the rubber wears off, I get very frustrated. And something like that, you just replace the whole freaking stick. It's amazing.
When you buy them, they come in a little pack with 6 or 8 of them. So it's amazing, dude. It's a really good value. He's doing a great job.
A set of sticks is $10. A set of sticks is $10.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he ships them fast. Like I said, don't make eye contact. Not real good looking, but solid guy,
don't bother about sending me. I'll order some. Don't send them to me. I'll order. It's I always support the small guy, and I'll order them. Don't send them to me.
We love the guy. Look, there's a fluff. You see the fluff?
So was he asking about what distro I'm currently running?
No, nobody cares about you. He wants to know what
Oh, you don't
distro
care about
Alan.
me?
Sujano's
He wants to
running.
know
He's
about
running
Alan.
what distro.
Well,
what-
I still want to answer. I just took my SD card out of my
Legendary
Miyoo Mini
none-
Plus and
none
popped it
for
in
it.
here, dude.
Oh,
I
It
see the
works.
cat's hands just loving that.
Yeah, she's a snuggler. She also has separation anxiety.
Grab your cat, Matt.
No, he'll mess me up. He's fat. Man.
I just wanted to claw your eye out on cam, dude.
I'll go find him. But Pun wants to know because he said he was. What is it called? Nobara. Nobara. That's what he's using now. He wants to know what you're using. Are you still using? Last I heard, you were using Pop, right? Or are you back to Bazai?
I'm all over the place. I distro hop. I just like trying out different things. Like I was trying out Pop because with the new Cosmic desktop environment, which is phenomenal. It still has a way to go, but I just really like it. Linux Mint just released 22.3, which I might take a look at.
It has that new Cinnamon interface, right?
Yes,
Cinnamon
6.6 in that one. I think I talked about that either today or yesterday. And then I've got right now is SteamOS on the Steam Deck. I just rock the standard SteamOS because it's optimized for it. And everything else I've been throwing Bazite on. And if Bazite doesn't work, that's when I change up to something else, whether it's Endeavor, CashieOS. That's another one that I'm starting to get into and really like. But Bazite is usually my go-to if the hardware supports it.
I tend to do that on Linux too. It's just fun. The distro hopping, trying
other
out
than
different
Bazite,
variants.
I pretty much only ever play with Mint. I mean, I'm not versed enough. I honestly, I probably just get intimidated by all of it. Other than Bazite or Mint, like I have a Linux box here if I ever have any issues, but I'm running Mint on that, and it's an older. It's actually not LTS anymore because the new one came out. But yeah, otherwise, I pretty much only run Bazite or Mint just because I'm a little intimidated by all the others, and that's just based on my ignorance of not messing with it. But
well, I'll be honest, like I love set it and forget it. I really hate, especially if it's my filming PC, I hate tinkering around and trying to troubleshoot an issue after an update because I don't have time to. If it's just on a PC where I'm fiddling around, fine. But again, in my own, I like stable distros and Bazite, Linux Mint, and even Pop. That's kind of where things are at.
interesting. I saw Pop, and I looked at it after I think I was watching your videos, and it looks really cool. I'm all about cool, user friendly, but I also kind of want a nice feel to it. That's a great point. You see what Vash is saying there. If you think Android emulation is a future, which we've talked about that recently, that kind of Linux emulation on budget handhelds is going away. They're going away of Android. You know, he's got a phone that he paid $150 for that can run GTA 5. That's a great call out there. I mean, that kind of speaks to what Monto and Alex were saying about having. Now we're seeing companies like GameSir and Absolute put out controllers that you can actually use on your phone because nobody's going to take a telescopic controller in their pocket, right? I mean,
or dude, what about those MCons? Those MCons.
Oh my gosh,
the
so
variants.
cool.
There's a controversy with them too, similar to Ayaneo. Because they've been, it's up on Reddit right now. I was going to talk about it today, and then I just ran out of time. I didn't have time to talk about them. I was going to talk about them maybe tomorrow, so you get the inside scoop here. But on Reddit, at CES, they were unveiling some new models, and their initial backers there's a whole bunch of initial backers that haven't received their MCons yet. So
interesting. Okay.
So we talked we probably spent 40 minutes kicking it with Josh, going over the devices that he had there in the booth. The two new devices are not for sale. They were strictly prototypes that he had there on the floor.
Yeah,
they
they're
were
like
not.
really. They're Josh like just messing around, just working on the next one. So, but there is definitely that logistical overlap that doesn't that can definitely not sit right with certain customers, especially when you're seeing the next evolution that looks better than the one that you ordered, and you still haven't even gotten the one that you ordered. I see how that it would not feel too great. I think that they're projecting to start making them or start shipping them in late Q3, Q4 of 2026. So it's still a ways away. There's still time to maybe get your MCon regular, and it was definitely it was nice to get hands on those prototypes, but not nice to hear about that about how people still aren't getting them. Yeah.
Well, on that same vein there. Oh, look at that. That's a huge cat.
That's a huge cat.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Makes Rosie look tiny.
He don't miss a meal.
He look bigger than my cat.
I mean,
Sujano said he makes Rosie look tiny, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. At like 5:10 in the morning, he's like, "Dad, get up. Dad, get up. Dad." He'll start licking my eyelids. I'm like, "Bro, you don't eat breakfast till 5:30." He'll just keep harassing
That thing's
me.
part bobcat, dude.
That's huge.
Yeah.
He's a fat boy. This is my fat boy.
Well, I'll mention something that I should probably keep it in the bag, but for those in the watching tonight, if you're out there and if you have anything's going on with MCon, Josh actually agreed to come on our podcast here in the next coming weeks. So he's a really cool kid, mind you. The guy's 21 years old. He's a young kid. I think he's turning 22 next week. Super passionate about what he's doing. That doesn't justify people not getting their product for sure. But maybe. Go ahead.
I'll cut you off really quick on that one because I think I didn't realize, one, he was 21, and two, it might just be inexperience, because it'd be crazy to think, for example, a company is not working on something in the background behind closed doors, the next iteration of the project or product or whatever. So that being said, he might have just been really excited to show it off, and I appreciate speaking to you guys tonight, because I'll include that in my segment tomorrow if I talk about it. I don't know if I will yet. But that being said, it's it might just be an experience, because not used to dealing with customers, not used to dealing with this level of popularity, I would say, in this space. And I couldn't tell you how many times I've seen companies and heard stuff that I'm NDA'd on. I can't talk about it. I don't know stuff they're working on in the background. But if news of that got out, that would impact sales of their current products. And so I can absolutely see. And if it's just prototypes and stuff he isn't even listing yet. So yeah, that's understandable. I mean, it'd be crazy for him not to be working on stuff, trying to evolve his product and whatnot. But at the same time, maybe just a lesson learned with the customer, knowing that you've got some customers, maybe not show off the next new shiny thing while you've still got some orders to fulfill. But you could even say the big companies do the exact same frickin' thing with people.
Their logistic pipelines.
I mean,
so to give some context, also just broader context from what I'm aware, Josh is, first off, Josh means so well. He is an inventor first, so he's got the inventor brain. He's always iterating, trying to make the next thing, trying to make what he has better. So when it comes to making the MCon, he has some sort of like, I don't know, a partnership thing with OSnap, which is that company who is selling the MCon and everything. So I don't know what their deal is, or what like the exact behind the scenes is, but essentially OSnap is making the MCon, and Josh is just working on the next MCon and like making iterations. He's the super mechanic. He's the inventor. So when things kind of trickle down and backfire onto him, that's where it gets like hard to watch, because again, he's 21. And meanwhile, the people who are like working in the logistic pipelines are significantly older, more experienced, and he's kind of getting thrown under the bus because he's the face of MCon. So there's a little bit of push and pull dynamic there that I think is worth being aware of. But outside of that, I think objectively, it is definitely a lesson learned to maybe pump the brakes a little bit. However, that being said, he was also just very, very passionate and excited to show off he's working on, because it was two extremely early prototypes, and they're far from there. It is.
It's Rosie.
The legendary.
That girl is just as big as my boy. What are you talking about, bro?
The legendary chunk right there, dude.
That's a good one, Flo.
That is a fat cat.
We got a Sujano for scale. Holy smokes! Oh,
your mic is muted. Yeah.
You missed her meow, and she wanted some attention. So
she's a chunky girl.
Oh, my
holy cow!
Eddie, get me a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. The noise gate.
You said she's 14?
15.
15.
So,
Okay.
so she's
Wow.
old. We don't know how old she is. She's got some, and for everyone watching this, I get asked this quite a bit, and some people are saying, put her on a diet. She doesn't eat very much at all. She's just old. She has health problems. So this is just her size, and she's always been big, and she always will be big to the end of time. So it's
true.
I can't help it. It's I'm just glad she's here. If that makes sense. So there's no way she's allergic to chicken. She
Oh, brother.
she's a wreck. But that being
Lord.
said, she's a good girl. She just
She's
a little
just
bit.
a little nerfed.
That's fair. So I will tell you, my cat Rhino, who my kids named him after Rhino from Spider-Man, he's just a fat ass. He's a fat ass. That cat will eat breakfast and then go beg for milk, and then if you turn your head, he'll steal your sandwich. He's a ruthless fat boy. Yeah. So yeah.
The one fluff is a talker.
Yes,
It is today. Yeah, she wants attention. She's pissed off because I'm on the show here talking, and she's by my feet, wanting me to pet her. But no, she's okay. She's good. This is when she makes it on camera on videos. Was when I'm trying to film and she's bothering me. But yeah, you can do anything at all with her. She doesn't do anything. So
what? I didn't. Did I ask what? So what's your go-to travel device? Is the Steam Deck in your pocket, or is it the 353V, or is that kind of situational? To what kind of what do you do when you were traveling with Mr Sujano? Like last weekend, you guys were at that cabin. What'd you take with you?
both. So I had the Steam Deck to edit on, and then I had the 353V just to whip out by the campfire and play. Because that's one thing that if I damage it, if I get it wet, if I lose it, I don't care. Like it's a nothing thing. It's old in terms of retro handhelds. It doesn't do a whole lot, but at the same time, I can literally throw it anywhere, and it's taken a beating and still keeps on going. I don't mind it. And if something were to happen, I wouldn't lose sleep about it. If something were to happen with my Steam Deck, I'd be. Oh, she wants to be put down now. If something were to happen with a Steam Deck, I'd be a little bit more heartbroken. So
yeah, geez,
I'm happy to really quick. I'm just happy. Excuse me. I'm just happy to hear him mention the 353V. Like I've loved that thing for so long.
So underappreciated. Yeah,
I would really love a reiteration of that device, same size. Higher end chipset. I really enjoy it. It's just a great little dual joy. I can play everything that I'm going to play retro, and I have one literally right behind me, and I never it's a revolving door here. I have to sell handhelds in order to buy more handhelds because I'm not made of money. Yep. So it's always a revolving door, but that thing seems to have stuck for 2 years. So it's not going anywhere.
It's not powerful, but it works.
Yeah, we got a segue for Anbernic, but I want to hear what Jeeves' travel handheld is because he lives at CES, so we didn't see him with a handheld last week.
I actually brought mine, and my travel device. Okay, it would depend. If it's x86, it's of course going to be the Steam Deck OLED, right? No brainer.
Okay.
But if it's not x86 I'm playing, I'm actually like OG Miyoo Flip. That's my travel device.
Whoa.
I love this thing so much. I put Surwish OS on it, and it's fixed all the issues I had with the stock OS and stock firmware. This is probably still legit the best travel device for me. I've not got to try the Miyoo mini flip, and I was gonna ask you, Alex, I saw you showing it off, but then I just forgot because we got busy that night. It was super late. But I'll still say, man, funny enough, my most used feature on this one is actually that HDMI out. Right? So
really?
And this handheld,
I didn't even realize that that thing's got one.
Bro, this one, what I like about it too, besides that, is it's one of the very few handhelds that actually support S3 sleep. And that's true deep sleep. Some of these handhelds, when you close the lid like this, they don't actually go into a full sleep where the SoC turns off and the only thing that's on is the RAM. Nah, this actually goes into true deep sleep. I haven't charged this in about a week and a half. And
that
it
was your
just
Thor,
died
right?
yesterday.
That was your Thor, Monto?
Yeah, that's my RG Thor.
That's the 4.
Okay, so it does have the HDMI out on the Miyoo Mini. So the what is this one? The V90S doesn't have one.
I actually liked the Miyoo Flip original more than the forehead, the 34 XXSP.
I remember we having a conversation, and do you remember what I told you? No, I remember I said you were stupid and wrong. Do you remember that conversation?
Everything you say to me just goes in one ear and out the other. So,
so there's a video out on the 34XXSP also. It's
Okay, nice.
And then the original one, the 35 also has it. So interesting. That's a good take. I didn't think about that. While we're talking about Anbernics, so a post, Anbernic, and this came from Michael Benny, who's also part of the crew here. He pointed out that Anbernic has said that they're discontinuing the 35XXSP. I mean the 35XX Plus. So somebody had a post somewhere. Let me see if I find that article. They had a post somewhere, and it was on Reddit, and somebody was asking Anbernic about it because it sold out on the store. And Anbernic, the support team, responded and said, currently the RG35XX Plus has been discontinued.
They probably just ran out of stock.
But they ran out of stock, or is it the chip shortage, the price of RAM, or is there something new coming up?
They announced, I think, what, 13, 14 handhelds last year? Or in 2024, they announced they made 13 handhelds.
I think it was 13 or something like that.
Yeah, and then last year they made however many they made, and those are higher end ones. So it seems like their focus is a little bit split.
I'm curious where they're going to go. If they're going to keep with Linux train, or
so I think that
Android, they're going to go back to Linux.
That they kind of have those two generations, and then the older products they're just going to discontinue.
Yeah,
that's kind of my read on it.
Curious. Oh, curious. But and back with Tula, what said I would like to see another 35. What is that called? The 353D. I did. I enjoyed that whole line. I'm not a vertical guy. There he's flexing on it. I'm not a vertical guy, but I enjoyed that line a lot. The 353P is still one of my absolute favorite handhelds of all time. So I think it's in Darth Vader's hand.
It's legendary. Yeah, it's pretty. That's my SNES machine.
Yeah.
That's my SNES machine.
I had it in Darth Vader was playing with it. So yeah, actually one of my absolute favorite.
Look at that thing. Thing shaped like a bean.
Oh my god.
Speaking of beans.
Do it. Do it.
You made a new lobby, so we don't have our song here. So not as fun.
Wait, what?
Pinto bands, all black bands, all black bands, pinto bands, all black bands, all.
What?
Every week,
the floor is yours.
Every week we ask our guests this question. So you have to pick. There's only one right answer. Pinto beans or black beans?
Black beans.
Take that, Matt. Take
that. Why you put it in taco meat and all of that? They're versatile. They're really good.
So versatile. Oh my god.
Chili.
Yeah.
What do I do? I don't even know how to react. I can't kick him off. He's my favorite YouTuber. So I can't kick him off the show. So how do I react?
You're stuck. What do I do? You just feel the burn. Feel the burn.
What is the tally between black beans and pinto? Because I feel
we're way ahead of.
I was gonna say, I feel like everyone's
up. Way up, dude.
Jeeves has some technical difficulties.
I believe he loaded his shaders prior to jumping in to the chat today.
That's what it was.
Oh god, that's all right. That's all right. I still love you, man. It's fine. You picked the wrong beans, but I still love you, buddy. I still love you. So we have this fight going on and over pinto beans and black beans. I prefer pinto beans, and Tula prefers black beans, and we ask every guest, and you just gave me the finger on camera, but that's cool. I'm not upset about it at all.
Oh, I see. You were prepared for that answer because you switched hats. And that's probably why he answered black beans. Yeah.
No, you missed the beginning. I didn't put the Sujano hat on because my head's not shaped properly, so it looks it's killing me, bro. I have it here.
It's built different, incorrectly.
It's all right if you got a cone head, dude.
Such a sharp angle.
So I saw something that I thought
side profile is crazy. I'm sorry. Give us the side profile again.
So Eidos Interactive announced that they're. Are you making fun of me, Sujano? I saw you
No,
making fun
not
of me.
at all.
Okay.
No.
So Eidos Interactive announced that they're making a quadruple A game. Okay. So I have a bunch of questions. I can't wait. I can't do it.
Wait,
So first things
Eidos?
first. Eidos. It depends on where you're from, man. It's like people that say Mario, right?
There's only
Take
one
note.
say Mario.
What's a quadruple A
Quadruple
game? And Monto has the answer for us.
Quadruple
Is
A.
it That's quadruple A.
We got quadruple A at home.
Oh my gosh, what exactly is a quadruple A game? And
Walk us through
Eidos, Has Eidos? When was the last time they made a triple A game? Right.
Human Revolution.
Fair. The Tomb Raider Chronicles, maybe. I don't know. I mean, and then the other thing is that we kind of went down this rabbit hole. We're looking, do we even need triple A's to be a big thing now? Because look at the video game awards, dominated by smaller companies, right? I mean, Battlefield won an award. What else? And Doom, Dark Ages won an award. Everything else was like small companies, right? So do we? First off, what's a quadruple A?
Do you think it was a typo?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a thing.
I think it's just a buzzword trying to get someone to work on the game and get them excited. I mean, look at Grand Theft Auto 6, arguably the most expensive game ever being made. It's technically a AAA. So what does that even mean for quadruple? Are they making something that's going to beat GTA 6? Doubtful.
They stamped it. They stamped it. They placed the totem. They placed the pole in the ground, and they said, "We're going one more. We're going up."
We'll see. I said doubtful. Watch me eat my words and then create the best game ever. But
right.
I mean, that's.
Did we mention it's an Unreal 5?
That's what I was gonna say. I would save that for Jeeves because Jeeves is the developer, right? And they're using UE5 to make a quadruple A game. I'm like, what even is that? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. And when was the last time they had a triple A game come out?
Probably Human Revolution or something. But if so, quadruple A comes from Microsoft. This was many years ago when they first announced that they were working on Perfect Dark, the new one, right? And it's like, we're gonna make a quadruple A game. They said in the press release that essentially what it means is just another tier of budget. That's all it means. Like, they're going to spend an obscene amount of money, more than any other studio has on this game, and it's in a different class of financials of what goes into a game, right? Real talk, it means nothing. That's why they don't say that anymore. And I think the only company besides Eidos to mention that was Ubisoft a little while ago. Now for Unreal Engine 5.
Eidos West Coaster.
Oh my god, it's that one's for sure Eidos Interactive. Oh man. But for Unreal Engine, so I work in Unreal Engine and I'm in 5.6.1. It depends on which version they're going to use. So I'm assuming they're going to use something like 5.7 and above. And if they do use 5.7 and above, Epic Games has made some serious strides in fixing the performance issues with that version. A lot of the games we see that come out that have a lot of performance issues, they're like in 5.1, 5.2. Anything from 5.0 to 5.4.2 are the ones that have a lot of the streaming hitches, the CPU utilization problems. 5.5 and above are much better. And Epic has told us, I watched their developer conference, 5.7 up to like whatever comes after that, they've pretty much gone back in and overhauled how like the CPU scheduling works. So I'm excited to see games that ship on that. Now for the next few years, we're still going to see games on those earlier versions just because of how long game dev takes. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they are starting on a later version of Unreal Engine 5. If they do that, then I could see this being not as bad as we're thinking.
Interesting.
I like the end sentence. Not as bad as we're thinking.
Yeah, you got to put that qualifier there because you just don't.
So
know.
Quadruple A.
Yeah.
Does that mean?
Gentlemen.
I guess the question for me is how long do we have to wait for a sequel to Ball Pit?
Ooh, buddy. Well, until you guys stop playing, because some of you guys have put like 5,000 hours in it. I mean, just.
Bro, I don't like the judgment you got going on there, bro.
I'm just saying, like, you got.
That was my
crazy
game of
hours
the year
in
last
Ball
year.
Pit.
That was probably my game of the year last year. I don't know. What was your game of the year, Alan, last year?
Oh,
City of the Wolves.
yeah, I think so. I was playing it yesterday, so I think City of the Wolves is mine. Uh, my game taste is not the mainstream popular game taste, and one that probably, like my word, I would not I would not take for game of the year.
No, I was going to challenge you to a City of the Wolves, but Too Loud didn't want me to embarrass you on the stream. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I actually haven't played. I haven't been good at a fighting game since like Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition was out, and I was cut in class as a teenager. Yeah, I'm that old. Yeah, so I'm cut class as a teenager. Look at Jeeves. Jeeves has never even heard of that game. So he's never.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Not that
Street Fighter 2
young.
Championship.
Oh, this guy.
And yeah, so no, we had this idea where I was like, I should challenge it to a game, and Too Loud was like, he's gonna embarrass the shit out of you on TV, on YouTube. Do you really want to do that? I'm like, maybe a little bit, but I decided not to.
Well, if it's a fighting
Monto.
game, I don't know. It'd be if you play them quite often, maybe not. I don't know. It's tough to know your opponent. I mean, anyways, fighting games are their own beast altogether. You know, if you've got a style that I can't adapt to, then you're going to beat me. But
yeah, I played City of the Wolves for like probably 45 minutes, and
you'd be toast.
As soon as I went online, I'm like, yeah, I got this. I'm a Street Fighter player. I went online, and after like 10 minutes, I'm like, I'm never touching that game again. It kind of reminded me of the old Xbox 360 lobby days where I thought some kid that hasn't hit puberty yet was going to pop in and tell me how much I sucked and how he was with my mother last night. You know, those kind of things. But yeah, it was pretty bad. It was rough. I don't know. Jeeves, what was your game of the year last year?
Oh man, I don't know if I played anything that came out that year, but out of the games
Doesn't
I
matter.
did, okay, so out of the games I did play, I'm not gonna lie, man, like it was probably between Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora or Jedi Survivor. It might be Avatar. Like that game is gorgeous, and it's actually pretty well optimized. Like, it's demanding. Don't get me wrong. Like it uses hardware, but as far as what they did to make that game work and like how it looks, how it performs, the story, I enjoy the heck out of that game, man. I've been playing it on my 5060 Ti little PC and just having such a blast. Like that's one thing about AAA games when they're done right that I do like. They can create some really immersive worlds. And I'm not gonna lie, like I enjoy AAA games like that are made well. Like the Star Wars games, the Jedi games, like I just phenomenal games. And to be real, like you just won't, that kind of game can't be made by an indie studio unless they have that kind of budget, right? And it's a big thing about indie studios. They just don't have that kind of budget to make a game of that scale all the time. So again, I don't think like AAA games should go the way of the dodo. I just think studios should get smarter about how they spend and actually deliver experiences we like, because Avatar, man, that's an awesome game. I super recommend it. It goes on sale all the time too. I picked it up for like $20.
You're right. We need more quadruple A games.
Why stop there? You know, let's do some
Just
Hex
make it
triple A
five.
games.
It was
Five A's, five
quintuple
A's.
A games.
Everything you just said, Jeeves, all I heard you talk about was Star Wars.
Hey
He
man,
was talking about Avatar.
No, it's just Star Wars. It's Star Wars. Monto, what's your favorite game you played last year?
Man, so I don't play a lot of modern games. I just, my time is so thin. But the games that I have been playing are some lightweight Steam games on the Thor. And from there, I've been playing a ton of Die in the Dungeons, which is a roguelike where you where it's like you roll dice, and then the dice each have the dice determine your attack and your defense and some other like different features, and then you put the dice in certain orders to all modify each other. So it's kind of like, it's like your classic Balatro but with dice. And so there's still that element of chance, but there's also strategy to it, and it's really fun, and there's cute characters in it, and it's just a vibe. I love it. I've been playing a lot of it.
Dude, you might be the biggest nerd on this entire podcast.
I don't know what you're talking
just gonna put it
about,
out there.
man. I got like 4 guitars over there. I'm sick.
No, you're a nerd.
I'm looking at the gameplay right now. It looks interesting, and it's on sale.
Oh my
for
God.
25%
Check it out.
off.
It's awesome. Dumbass, right?
It's so good. You got to try it. It's like, and it's one of those games that isn't like a heavy lift to try. Like you just you can do one run and see if you like it or not. It's a couple bucks. I don't know how much it is, but maybe $10. But yeah, I like that one, especially on the Thor, because it's very pick up and play. Ball Pit is kind of like a very intense. I mean, it's not intense, but it's one of those games where you kind of got to lock in a little bit. Meanwhile, Die in the Dungeons, in my brain I call it Dicey Dungeons because I think of dice, but Die in the Dungeons makes more sense. So yeah, check it out. Highly recommend.
You see what Fred said? Dead Fred said his favorite game that he played last year was Street Fighter, the movie on Sega Saturn.
That's a great game.
Yeah. Fred, we love you, buddy. Oh my gosh, that's I'm still gonna stick with Ball Pit. I played some other stuff, but I'm like I have one level left in Ball Pit. I'm just completely obsessed. Wow. I haven't played much of anything else. I don't know. What else we got, man? That's new stuff. That's all we got, man.
I have a question for Alan Sujano. Do you have a Steam game, an underrated Steam game that you think everybody needs to check out?
Yes. And let me take a look at my Steam library and I'll tell you right now. Because I've got
I know you're a bit of a Steam demon.
Great question.
How
big is your library? No, what you mentioned now, how big is your library?
My library right now, yeah, it's there. I'm not gonna say.
Okay. So next time you don't have to say, but
more than one.
Next time you talk to Carrie,
more than one.
Next time you talk to Carrie, because I know you were on Nerd Nest last week, ask Carrie how big his library is. Insane. I don't want to tell you, or if you want.
I'm guessing he's got thousands on his.
Oh, those are lightweight numbers for him. He's got like 12K games in his library.
12,000?
Yes. When we were on, and Too Loud didn't know because I watched Carrie's content also. He and Too Loud asked him, and his face lit up, and he said, "Well, he's got 12,000." He had something where he was like, had some early adopter program where he was like part of a group, and he was just buying like games for like pennies on a dollar or something like that when they were on special sales, like pre-sale, something crazy. He's got like 12,000 games in his library. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's insane.
Dang.
Sorry, I didn't mean to space cadet your question, Monto, but it made me think of that.
So that's so many games. I don't even. I'd get so lost. It'd be like one of those Netflix trying to find a movie and just forget it. That would be the exact same situation. So I get that sometimes. Anyways, Cast and Chill. If no one's played that game, it's amazing. If you're too busy, you have a lot of stuff on the go. It's a fishing game. There's an idle mode. I love that game so much, and it's such a simple, basic game that if you're trying to play it seriously, you're going to crush it in a couple of hours. But if you're just, if you got stuff on the go, have the game on the side, pause it, want to come back to it, it's amazing. Or not even pause it, just let it go in idle mode. It's awesome.
That looks great. The art style is gorgeous.
All right, now I have to look at my Steam library because I'm wondering what I play that nobody else plays.
Cast and Chill.
Huge fan of Cast and Chill. It's so relaxed of a game. There's not a lot to it, but it's a lot of fun. You can put a lot of effort into it, and you're going to get bored of it probably in a couple of hours. But if you just treat it as a side of desk and then play it every now and then, it's great.
Fred is on fire. He said, "Bring back Seaman." Are you talking about like Seaman from like Dreamcast? Do you guys remember that game where you had to get the little
lordy?
peripheral, the little microphone thing?
He's talking about Seaman on the Dreamcast.
Seaman Dreamcast. My gosh, that's
with
too funny.
With the attachment. The
utility
device.
Like, yeah. I remember that. That's pretty funny. My gosh, I'm looking through my Steam library. I love Metroidvanias and side-scrolling games and stuff like that. Like recently, they had a deal. I think it was during the winter sale. I got like every single Mega Man game ever for like $16. So that was pretty awesome.
Oh, wow.
Recommendations of games that people haven't heard of. I don't know. A lot of my
just one underrated game.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna be one note on this one. You guys have heard this already. Death's Door. I love Death's Door. Such a fun game. It doesn't hurt that the main character runs around with a little lightsaber looking weapon either. So, but such an absolute blast of a game. Kind of like a Zelda like kind of hack and slash, but a lot of fun. I really dig that. What about you, Jeeves?
I think a game that's so if you're like a JRPG fan, I would honestly say Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns is a super underrated game. Like a lot of people, even Final Fantasy fans, like haven't really played it or heard about it. Essentially, think of Zelda Majora's Mask kind of mixed with your typical 7th gen hack and slash type game. Essentially, you travel to these different continents on the world, and the world is going to end in like 6 days. So every time you hit a major milestone or you like defeat a boss or something, you kind of pause the time of like doomsday coming. And it's really fun gameplay loop going from continent to continent, trying to like solve puzzles, stop the world from ending, like buy time essentially. And the music is phenomenal. I would say honestly, it rivals the soundtrack of like Final Fantasy VII. Like I honestly think it slightly edges it out. Super slept on game. Like, and it's always cheap. Like when I picked it up during the last sale a couple years ago, it was like $5, I think. It's great. If you miss that kind of like 7th gen charm that's just kind of gone from games, excellent nostalgia trip.
But does it have lightsabers?
No, but I think you can.
Does
put
it have
lightning in a
Samus
cat
Aran?
suit.
Does it have
It's got
Samus
lightning.
Aran?
You can put her in a cat suit.
So, Alan, the first time Jeeves was on our show, he showed up. I'll have to send you. He showed up in the cat costume from Super Mario World. What is it? What? Yeah, it was Halloween week, and he showed up.
It's Halloween.
Hell
with the
yeah.
paws and everything. And midstream, he stopped to pick up a bottle of water.
I'll have to look at that video. That'll be funny to watch.
Oh my god, so funny! And he wore that thing the whole stream like a champ. Didn't phase. Monto, what is your most underrated Steam game?
Oh, I mean, just the one that I would pick is die in the dungeons, dicey dungeons.
That's right. You did say that. Okay.
Yeah, die in the dungeons. I don't know if it's overrated, underrated, or accurately rated. But
I hadn't heard about it, so I have to check it. Like I wouldn't say ball pit. Everybody knows ball pit, but Death's Door, not a lot of people know, and it's they even made an Android port, and I just had an absolute blast playing through that game. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I've just been on a roguelike kick. I'm late to the party in some way, but I like all these roguelikes. I tried out a bunch of them, and Die in the Dungeons is fun. But yeah,
I lost you. You there?
Huh?
So what's in the works for you? I know we had some questions earlier, and one of the questions that somebody asked for you, Alan, and I thought was a great question is, how much time do you spend with the device when you're looking to review it? Because I know you do some reviews. I've seen some of your other stuff. What does your review process look like?
So that's a good question, and probably an answer. I'll give you guys inside scoop. Probably why you don't see a lot of reviews on my channel is because I don't have the time. So I can't just take a look at a device, take a look at it for a couple of hours, and that's it. I need time. I need a lot of time to be able to do it. And honestly, there's so many people now that do it better than me that it's tough. It's if I'm taking a device, I usually like you won't find out if there are glaring problems with it. You're not going to know in a couple of days. Like you need at least a week or two with the device, using it as your main device and taking the time. And especially, I have to be careful now because if 100,000 people watch, 20,000, 100,000 people watch the video, and I'm recommending something and it's got a glaring flaw, I've just lost all my credibility. So I have to be very careful with that and take really good looks at things. The last unit I reviewed, I was a little, I got to be very careful in how I word this. I wasn't overly enthusiastic about the device because I was sent a prototype that was not reflective of the final product. So immediately I can't review the device or recommend it or not recommend it because it's not what the consumer's getting. And that was the if you go through my reviews, you'll know exactly which one because I opened the review with that. But that being said, yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how Russ does it. I don't know how everybody else does it, able to really take a look, dive deep, and take a methodical approach that is pretty spot on when it comes to a lot of takes. It's tough. I mean, with my news videos and everything, it's so hard to be able to thoroughly review a device because I've only got I've got a very short window each day where I can actually sit down and relax. And normally I've got my Steam Deck where I'm just playing a game or two. So that being said, yeah, it's very difficult to review, and I take a couple of weeks at the very least with a device. So again, I guess you guys know now that's why I don't have a lot of reviews on my channel anymore. It's so tough to actually be able to sit down and give it an authentic, true, unbiased review. That, well, maybe biased if I really like the device, but unbiased in terms of I don't want to give any opinion that's not authentic and not a level-headed take on a device. And that's, yeah, I over-answered this question, but
no, not at all.
Go.
So a couple of things you said that I stuck out. First off, people like Russ and TechDweeb, how the heck they put out 3-4 videos a week?
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah, I didn't even mention TechDweeb.
Insane. Yeah. Insane. Absolutely insane to me. And you know, so I know Monto does it, and well, actually, Jeeves has put out like 4 or 5 videos since we got back from CES. So he's an animal, but the whole week we're at CES, he was in front of a camera recording. So there's a lot of time and effort, and I'm pretty sure he got no sleep the whole week because he was up working all night. So I mean, I'm 50 years old. I don't got that in me. I just don't got that in me. I'm just, you know, I mean, they call me, these guys tease me and they call me Unc, and I'm okay with that. But I'm getting some sleep after all, man. I don't, you know. But yeah, and that's good. And I guess that adds to your how genuine you are, because you won't just pop something out if you don't like it, right? So. And I get that 100%. Like, I'm still new to this stuff, and so I'm looking to get my hands on everything I can, and I want to do stuff, but it takes time because I'm still learning, and I'm learning how to edit. I'm learning thumbnails and stuff. So I get that 150%. I get that from start to finish. When you decide you're going to record a new segment, to how long does it take you after you record the new segment? And then to edit and stuff like that. And I'm assuming it's one done in one take, because I watch your stuff and I see you make mistakes and you laugh it off and you keep going and you hold out, right? So
I don't have time to be perfect. Yeah, I don't have time to be perfect. If I am, then I'm not getting a video out because I do have a full-time job. So it's very, I have to work around that schedule. And if you notice on my videos, I don't do advertisements or sponsorships because, again, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to send stuff, to review stuff, and have them review takes or whatever and make adjustments and the back and forth. And again, I don't depend on my YouTube income to fuel my life. It's a hobby for me, and I want to keep it that way. But I'll say, if you take a look at my news, when I started doing it, my beard was bright orange, and I'm losing color, and even in my hair, I'm starting to lose color too. So it's gone from a very vibrant orange to like a dirty-ish blonde, strawberry blonde, and the color is fleeting.
They call that the really YouTube fade. The YouTuber fade.
That's
a great way of saying it. Yeah.
Yep. Bro, I love you. All I see is you're getting old, but I'm gonna go with the YouTube fade. That is awesome. So how much time do you put into your YouTube a day on average? Is there like you give yourself a limit or what?
I will not comment, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
I will not comment on. I'll just say, yeah, it cuts into my sleep significantly, and I'm just fortunate to be able to keep powering through. But one of these days, it's going to catch up to me. So I just it is what it is. I do it because I enjoy it, and that's the whole reason I do my channel. I mean, I leave a lot on the table because I don't do the sponsorships or ads or anything like that, and I also don't hold back in terms of controversial news. But at the same time, it's as soon as it doesn't become fun, then I'm going to run into problems. But at this point in time, right now, it's fun, and I don't mind spending the extra time. And I couldn't even put an hour figure because sometimes a video might take me, if it's just a quick one and I know all my speaking notes and everything, I could spend a couple of hours on it. A long video, I could spend, if I'm really struggling, I could spend 4 or 5 hours on a video, which is, absurd. If I'm trying to put out a video every single day and then try to work a full-time job after that is nuts. So I rambled there quite a bit, but
No.
I wish I had a number. When I'm camping, I can tell you, I'll get up at like 5 in the morning, and then I'm done filming, done editing and everything probably by breakfast, if that makes sense.
Wow.
So I'll be up before everybody is, hopefully see some wildlife and film right at the crack of dawn, and then edit and post. Hopefully, if I got signal, I can post it right away. If not, I have to go into town and then just upload. But it's a couple of hours probably for like a 10-minute video, if that makes sense, give or take. That's just the filming and editing. That's not the research.
Are you editing Sujano Travels too, or is she doing?
Oh God, no. I don't have that. If you watch the editing between my video and my wife's video, you'll see a huge difference. Mine is basic. Like, look at my green screen. She's got the good stuff. She's phenomenal. But I
didn't want to say that. I was gonna, and I figured maybe you were doing hers because her editing is better than yours. So
hers is way better. Yeah. So,
but I didn't want to say nothing. But yeah. So okay, I was curious about that. And the other thing too is that and just maybe think something else. What's the craziest fluff you've seen when you're camping? Was it that moose that was swimming through that lake, or has there been other crazy fluffs?
I think the moose, and I was walking. So interestingly, my wife and we've been trying to see a moose for years, never seen them. And then some other people will say, oh yeah, I woke up, moose was on my campground and all this, or like walking through my campsite. And we're like, F you guys. Like we get up first thing in the morning trying to see these moose. Never. And I was filming on my video, and we were at Grundy Lake, and you can take a look at that it's north in Ontario. And I was walking and filming my news video first thing in the morning, and it was on and off raining, and I was debating on whether or not to film because I didn't want to ruin the camera. And this guy came running, doing his morning run on the trail. I'm like, okay, well, he's going to scare off every form of wildlife. Like, there goes my fluff spotting in this video. So I just forgot about it. As I had finished and wrapped filming, I started walking, and then I heard someone launch a kayak, and I'm like, why are you launching a kayak in that really weird area? Because it was like a huge splash. And then I'm like, wait a minute, no one's launching a kayak over there. There's no boat launch. So I took a look, and it was a moose. We've had a bear on our campsite before. That was fun. Wow. And Mrs. Sujano was really scared. My wife's name is Sarah. So Sarah was really scared of a bear being on our campsite. There's bear spottings. And she's like, I don't want to see a bear. I'm like, okay. So first thing in the morning, I see the bear. So we had a drive-in site, so it's not like we were, middle of nowhere. So I was honking the horn on the truck just to scare the bear away. And then she starts yelling at me, I haven't started filming yet. And I'm like, you went from not wanting to see a bear at all to let the bear be on our campsite terrorizing our stuff because you want to film it. So I don't know. So we've seen a bear on the campsite, seen a moose, deer first thing in the morning. That's really about it. Nothing too over the top that I can remember, unless there is something that I filmed that I forget. But sorry for that.
Well, I have a quick question.
No. In spite of what you guys think, I have touched grass, and Mrs. Jedi and I used to camp quite a bit. I'm a New York City kid, but she's an upstate New York kid, and we met, and she taught me camping and stuff. And there's no mooses in the Adirondack Mountains, but there was a lot of bears. And I remember being young and not putting the cooler away in the middle of the night, and then waking up to the beer
Ooh,
rolling around fighting to get the cooler open in the middle of the night. That was
that's scary.
terrifying, and I didn't stop to record it. It was all I could do not to crap my pants. You know what I mean? So,
Oh wow.
yeah. What were you gonna ask, Monto?
I was gonna ask, if you were to be reborn as a fluff,
No.
which one would you be?
House cat. They have the life and nothing
Yes,
to worry
right.
about. Like literally nothing to worry about. It's the laziest life possible. There we go.
That was
Fair
quick.
enough.
You locked it in.
Well,
How's-
after a stressful day, I see my freaking cat on the couch snoring, and it's like,
Yeah.
what did you do today?
Nothing.
Why are you so tired? But yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
you
Jeeves,
guys all know that cat life.
Yeah, but geez, are you outdoor guy? You ever been camping?
Not so much camping, but a lot of hiking. Like been to Utah, St. George, done the Narrows, the Court of the Patriarchs. I like camping, but I haven't been since I was a kid, honestly.
So we don't get a choice. My little guy, and everybody knows I have a 12-year-old who's autistic. Not your typical autistic kid. He'll look you right in the eye before he takes a swing at you, type of thing. He was messing with Monto before we got on stream because he manipulated me into getting him this little duck clicker thing. It's like a keyboard, but it says quack, and he's sitting there quack, 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 quack. But he loves to travel. Every weekend he wants to go on an adventure. He wants to go camping. He wants to do this. He wants to do that. So we do a lot of traveling, and that's where I said that's why we watch Sujano travel, because I'm a dork, and your wife makes cool traveling things. And one of the things we love to do is cruise ships also. And your wife makes a lot of videos about cruises and stuff. So we watch that kind of stuff. So we do a lot of, I touch grass. I do, but I get forced to because my 12-year-old's a bully. So, but I do touch grass.
Goes.
Yeah. So, yeah, man.
So one other thing I actually also want to ask is, what is one hidden secret skill that you have that some people might not know?
If you take a look at, I shouldn't say this. Maybe I will.
Do it.
When I'm on vacation, most of my videos I've had
Beer.
a couple of drinks.
Beer. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
So those videos sometimes take a little bit longer. If you see me talk really slow to try to enunciate my words, there's probably a reason. There's been a few of those, and then sometimes I'll have some super hot takes I'm editing. It's like I can't even put that in. But yeah.
Listen,
you like
beard
all the
camping go together.
Oh yeah. Well, beard camping and that beardy's guy. He's a beer guy, right? Do you like all the microbrewery stuff? Because I like cheap beer. I like Yingling, and I've always wanted to try Canadian Molson, but I don't really like. We have all kinds of. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina now, and we have tons of microbreweries and different things. I don't like any of that stuff, man. Just give me a Yingling or something like that, and I'm happy. But
everyone's got their own taste.
Yeah.
Like I could tell you, I've been to a bunch of breweries, and what I like is just the experience. Like you go there, you get a flight of beer. It's like 4 little beers. They're tiny. You're not going to get drunk off of them, and I guess you could, but not really. And so you get to try 4 vastly different. So you can try a lager, a light lager, an IPA if you like that kind of stuff, and stouts. I'm not really an IPA guy, but it's interesting. So you get to try them, and if you like them, then maybe buy a can or two, and next brewery go somewhere else. It's I don't normally say no to beer. I'll say that if it's a flavored beer, probably will say no to it. Like if it's like a mango twist or something, not up my alley. I like the beer. Like give me a beer that tastes like beer, not trying to hide the flavor of beer. So I understand if I've never had Yingling beer. Is that what it is?
What?
Yingling?
What?
No.
It's actually the oldest brewery in America. It's a Pennsylvania beer. It's a Pennsylvania.
Never.
Yeah,
so
Pennsylvania,
I'll put
right,
that
Mom?
on my radar to try. I've never had one.
Yeah. It's a lager. So, or is it? I don't know. I'm not. It's the beer I like. I couldn't tell you, man. I don't got enough class to tell you the different ones. Nothing. I don't know.
No, that's fine. It's I'll try. I'll put it on my radar because that's part of the fun. Like you just try the different beers. I don't care where I am. I'm going to try the local beer, whatever it is, whatever people are drinking. If it's not local, I don't care. I'll try it. I just find like Molson Canadian, Coors, like Bud, they all taste very samey. They have a very similar taste. And the microbreweries sometimes have a more distinct taste, might taste more bready or maybe taste more, well, if they put crap in it to make it flavored, not my alley, but sometimes they taste like
pumpkin and copper and all that stuff.
I won't even touch that. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
So one more thing that I think people want to know. Where did you get your catchphrase from? Don't tempt fate, save your state. When did that happen?
Catchphrase? Oh, I don't know. I say stupid crap all the time.
You always say don't tempt fate, save your state. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't even know where that came from. Honestly, no idea. I couldn't tell you. I come up with dumb stuff all the time, and my wife just shakes her head like, all stuff, no fluff. She's like, what does that even mean? I'm like,
oh, I love it. We love it, man. We love it.
So yeah, I just come up with stuff. Like lately I've been saying it's not up my alley. Maybe it's up yours, just for something fun to say. But I just say random crap and hope it sticks. And if it doesn't, whatever. But that one, I don't even know. Like some people in the comments, and my viewers have been watching for years, thought it was like a political thing. And it's like, no, game save states. Like, look at the name of your podcast, Save State.
Save State.
That's awesome. So
yeah.
Shout out to RC from New York. He said, good evening. Welcome to watching the podcast. We love getting people to come in and hang out with us. And he's a big supporter of yours. And he's really enjoying the chill vibe tonight. And that's because Mr. Sujano's here. Normally we're like spastic fools bouncing off the walls, but we didn't want to, embarrass the guy. So we're just kind of taking it easy tonight.
Taking it easy on me. I appreciate that. RC's awesome. He's comments on my channel all the time. I really appreciate him. I appreciate everyone. Like I try my best to read through the comments. It's tough, but at the same time, I'm glad the community is so tight knit. Like my audience, generally your audience too. Like they're all similar, all in the same boat. I really like it.
Indeed. That's it's special. That's part of like I told you earlier. I don't know if we're on stream or not, but going to CES last week for me was the community part of getting to meet these content creators. Like I have pictures, and I talked to my wife today. I'm like, I got to meet Russ. I got to meet Cyber Dopamine. I got to meet all these cool people. I got to meet Trevor from OKS Gamer. I got I was like a giant dork. These guys are looking at me and they're like, you could be my dad, old man, right? But I got to hang out with Stubbs and Monto and Jeeves, and and for me it's the community aspect of it. That's why I love it. That's kind of why I got into making YouTube videos and because the community is so good. There's so many hobbies where people are just, I guess toxic's the right word, and they're not. They're really negative, and you get your clowns here, but I mean, people as a whole in this community are great, man. They're fun, and they just want to enjoy the everything. You know what I mean? So, look, we're hearing this. People, you have Monto in the group. Selfish is here. Dead Fred is here. Pun's here. People are here because they heard that Alan was here and they wanted to come and say hello. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I love it. That's like one of my favorite things of the whole thing. I don't know. You said that community thing, and now my rant about it. I love it.
That's fine. I love the community. Love this community. I mean, it's the reason why I do my videos. If nobody watched it, no one liked it, then whatever. It's not like I'm making a living off YouTube. So it's I freaking love this community. And even going out, I was at an ACES event like last month, 2 months ago, and I met so many people in this space, and it just so friendly, so fun, and I find it very non-competitive. Like we all just want to grow the space. Like more people come to this hobby, enjoy it, have fun, and I freaking love it.
You can't beat it. You really can't beat it.
I'm with you. It's interesting too, because it's such like a space where obviously everyone like from different backgrounds, has played different games. They're all interested in different types of stuff, but we all have that same interest in just games, new games, old games, medium games, small games, bigs. It's so cool. And Yeah, and obviously, like, there's always going to be that, you know, occasional person who kind of perceives like a reviewer or like somebody talking about a game like differently, or, you know, there's always going to be some disagreements or, like, you know, different opinions. But I think that the passion and the community as a whole is just so solid. It's so nice to be in this space with all these chill people, and especially just seeing familiar faces in the comments too. I feel like you, with daily videos, you probably see that a lot, like a lot of familiar people. And yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, shout out Star C for getting us started on that. That was great.
You have a question there from Retro Lunchtime. We saw pictures here in an event where you met a guy with an orange and black striped tie. What was he like?
Oh, TechDweeb. Yeah. So I know TechDweeb. I don't know if you'll get mad at me for saying this. I know him personally. So he lives.
No, he's told us. He's told us.
Okay.
He's been on the show a couple of times. He said you guys have gotten to me. You know, he didn't go into detail. You know, he just doesn't. He doesn't give out people's business, so to speak.
No,
right?
I'll keep the mystery there. But that being said, we're both Canadians, both in similar area. Canadian. But yeah, he's. I met Joey from Joey's Retro Handhelds. I met the okayest gamer. I think it was the okayest gamer I met.
Trevor.
Yeah, I think it was Trevor.
Yeah, we were just at CES with him last week.
Yeah, I met him in Toronto for an ASUS event. So that being said, TechDweeb he's freaking awesome. I mean, that guy, just brilliant. Even if you look at his YouTube channel, I mean, his art style, his presentation, everything, and he is, man, just huge fan of the guy, huge fan of what he does, and he's such a wholesome person. I mean, just in general, like salt of the earth. He'll do anything, you know, for anyone kind of guy. Like he's such a great individual, and the community is very fortunate to have someone like him in it.
I agree. Do you know the thumbnail I sent you? That SaveState podcast logo? He just designed that for us just recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so, of course, because I'm a dork, as soon as I saw the logo, I went and had shirts made because I thought it was amazing. Yeah. So, yeah, he did us a favor and he designed it, and it came out. It's perfect for who we are and the feeling, and just start. You look at it real good, and my wife saw it and said, "That looks like TechDweeb's art. Is he going to get mad?" And I'm like, "No, honey, he designed it.
He did it."
Like, oh, yeah. So, yeah, I agree 100%.
Awesome guy,
amazing dude, just so nice and just so much fun to talk to. And so Nick Angelo said, "I see Mr. Sujano and I click." I love it, man. I love it. So,
I appreciate that.
Awesome. Yeah, man. What's next? What do you got going on? Just more news? Anything special we need to look for? Is anything special on Mr. Sujano's channel that we're coming up? Any big trips? What should we be looking for?
So on my channel, what you see is what you get. Every day news video. If you don't like it, leave a like. If you don't like it, or if you like it, leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a like.
So many stuff that I have written down. And when I was going to talk about the quadruple A topic, I was going to say, and quadruple A stands for, and I missed that segue.
Oh yeah. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I've got so many stupid catchphrases, but
oh my God. No,
you gotta have fun with it, right? So,
and it's also so funny too, because a lot of people don't realize that, like, as soon as you press record on the camera, your brain goes into YouTube mode, and then you just say stupid things without thinking.
Yeah. And I'll say this on the podcast. So for anyone watching it, please don't broadcast this. Like, keep it a secret of the podcast. If they see it, they know. But there's something called sponsor block. And people will go through my videos and wait till I say subscribe to Mr. Sujano to put that sponsor block in. And what the problem is, if you do it, it skips over a portion of my video. So I'll strategically throw it in there when I'm talking about something to piss people off, because they've got the sponsor block in there so I just do a little bit of trolling when I throw it in. So it's calculated when I put it in. So generally it'll skip something that they need to know.
It stands for this. It means this, but it also stands for something else. I'm trying to remember what it is. I love that, man.
It's strategic, but it's better than just doing the. I try to do something different than just the standard call out for the call to action for subscribe. But that being said, yeah, I do a bit of trolling. I'm very well aware that people don't like it. Majority seem to like it, but at the same time, I have fun, and I always get a chuckle when someone's in the comments salty because it skipped over something that they wanted to see. So.
I love it, man. For me, it's on par with, yeah, man, I want to do it. You know what I mean? So I dig it. I know Monto's a huge fan. Monto is fanboying about you being on. And I didn't really know who you were. So, no, I'm teasing, man. Listen, you're a rock star. Thank you so much for coming on. It was such a blast. It was an honor to have you on. You are more than welcome to come hang out with us whenever you want. Next time you come and hang out with us, you gotta be a little meaner. You gotta pick on Jeeves or something, man. He's sitting there waiting for you to pick on him.
Why? He's a genius. He's talking about game development, brought some very great insight, went on a really, really customer focused tangent. That was, well, you just focused on the veins, but I mean, the rest of us heard the words.
Thank you, my friend. It's nice to be appreciated.
I'll have to rewatch it later, Jeeves, because I just couldn't get past the spot in that forehead. You can see the blood vessel.
Oh
my God!
It's nice
no,
to be appreciated by someone.
Oh my gosh, guys! Thanks for watching. If you like this, leave a like. If you didn't, I'm kidding. I'm teasing. Yeah,
that's fine.
Hey man, it was an honor to have you on. Thank you so much for coming on. You are an absolute rock star. Monto, Jeeves, you guys, I love you guys. Thank you very much for everybody for visiting. If you missed the beginning of the show, Too Loud is not feeling well. Old guy caught something at CES last week. He probably got it from Monto, for being honest. So I don't know, but we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Everybody have a wonderful night. Thanks for watching Save State. We'll catch you next week.
Don't tempt fate. Watch Save State.
There you go.
There you go. That's right.
Man, see, I missed another segment. Why didn't you cut me off and talking, Mr. Sujano? My God. Close us
I'm being
out.
polite here. Just being polite.
Close us out, brother.
If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button. Check out their other videos, and don't tempt fate. Save your state.
Good night, everybody.